18 members had observed the use of the electronic voting. Majority by regulated speaker avoided the.
I asked him to read by himself.
Ningeomba wakili wa county assembly tafadhali msomee mwenyewe wewe.
You know, there's a reason why that question was imposed like that. So I want to have the effect of that because the next question.
You know the foreign graph is not in Swahili.
That's correct.
And that is why he's using Swahili, not English.
Mr. May, then put the question.
To be fair to him, labda umsomee ama ujaribu wakili wake amsomee ndio aweze pia kupata haki.
That's okay. Mheshimiwa Kipngeno Kirui. My apologies. We are looking at the governor's.
Senators, where the document you are referring to.
Yes, we are looking at the governor's documents, volume number 1, starting at page 132, but I'm now directing the witness to page 133. Mheshimiwa Kipngeno Kirui, kuna certificate, cheti cha translation, yule ambaye alitranslate affidavit kwako kwa Kiswahili ili ukaielewa ndio kaweka saini yako? Umeiona mahali popote?
Sijaona.
Lugha ambayo hii affidavit imeandikwa ni lugha ambayo wewe hauielewi. Ukweli ama sio ukweli? Lugha ambayo imetumika kwa hii affidavit ni lugha ambayo uko na ugumu nayo, sio lugha yako, sio lugha ambayo unaelewa. Si ndio ukweli? Ongea kwa sauti kwa microphone.
Kweli.
Ni ukweli, si ndio? Mwenye aliyekuandikia haku translate kwa lugha ambayo unaelewa na kuweka certificate yake. Si ukweli? Umeona certificate yake?
Ile swali ulikuwa umemuuliza sio hiyo, saa hii unampeleka.
My apologies.
Unamuomba asome kifungu fulani. Lakini umebadilisha tena unamuuliza swali tofauti.
I abandoned that question and I've asked a different question, Mr. Speaker, and he's answering. An issue arose as to whether he could read, so I abandoned it. I'm now asking a different set of questions. Aliyekusaidia kusua hii affidavit kwa lugha ambayo unaelewa hajaweka certificate kuonyesha kwamba alitranslate hii lugha. Si ni ukweli? Tafadhali jibu swali langu.
Kweli.
Nashukuru. That's the end of my cross-examination.
Just one question in re-examination, okay. Mr. Speaker, sir. Bwana Kirui, ushahidi wako hapa kwa hii Senate ni nini?
Ushahidi wangu kwa Senate, mimi sikupiga kura.
Okay, na ya pili, ulikuwa na jambo lolote juu ya electronic voting?
Sorry, Mr. Speaker, the purpose of re-examination is to clarify matters that arose in cross-examination. None of these issues arose in cross-examination.
Mr. Speaker, sir, the question that was put to the witness is whether he understood what his affidavit was saying. And the bottom line, what I'm asking him to clarify is why he's here and what was the whole purpose of his testimony.
But I think you did ask that question. When he was giving his evidence, you asked the
It's okay, question. Mr. Speaker, so I can leave that issue there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next witness.
Irene Chebet Langat. Could you tell the honorable senators and the speaker your names, please?
My name is Irene Chebet Langat.
And you are an MCA?
Nominated MCA.
Nominated MCA, Kericho County.
Yes.
Now, you signed the joint affidavit with the other MCAs, isn't it?
I did.
How many were you?
18 in number.
You were 18 in number.
Yes.
And what was the main issue you are making in that affidavit?
we were contesting the fact that we never voted in that assembly on
You
the
are
15th.
Okay. And the voting was on 15th of August 2025, isn't it?
Yes.
What was the issue under discussion on that day?
Impeachment. It
It
was
was
a
the
motion.
impeachment, yes.
Impeachment of His Excellency
Okay.
the Governor.
Okay. And could you tell the honorable senators why didn't you vote?
I didn't want to partake an exercise that was going to be shambolic
And why were you fearing it would be shambolic?
because in a few minutes to voting,
Yes.
that is when we were told of the electronic voting, something that we never used before.
So there was a late introduction of electronic voting which you did not.
Yes.
And so what exactly was your problem? Is it the newness or was there another reason?
We had rumors before this particular day of impeachment, that is 15th. In fact, these people were going to rig the election.
So you were fearing that they would be
the
rigging?
voting.
Yes, they would be rigging of the votes.
Yes.
That's all for this witness, Mr. Speaker, sir, and Honorable Senators.
Council representing the County Assembly.
Very few questions. Irene, do you have your individual affidavit before the Senate?
We did a joint.
No, I'm asking about your individual, a singular affidavit on your own name.
No.
Thank you. You're saying you never knew before that there was going to be electronic voting.
Yes.
When did you first know that there was going to be electronic voting?
There were those rumors running around our corridors, that is in the assembly. We also, a few minutes to voting.
A few minutes to voting.
Yes.
Okay. Do your standing orders provide for electronic voting?
Yes.
These standing orders were passed by, among other MCAs, you.
Yes.
Thank you. That's all, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, sir, no re-examination. I request to call Honorable Bafina Serem. Bafina Serem. Could you tell the Honorable Senators and Mr. Speaker your full names, please?
Thank you, Council. My name is Bavina Chepkirui-Serem, a nominated member of County Assembly, representing the great people of, representing the great women of Kericho County.
Okay, you represent only women, huh? Now, you signed a joint affidavit with others, isn't it?
Yes.
How many others?
17 others.
So that you came total of 18, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. What was the main issue you are making in that affidavit?
It was a complaint that the main issue.
Yes.
About. Sorry?
So in the affidavit, what was the main issue you are complaining about? What was it you are raising?
It was about the voting issue that emerged at
you
the
were
Assembly.
raising issues about voting.
Yeah.
Is this the voting had been done on which date?
On 15th.
15th of August.
Yeah.
And it related to what motion?
The impeachment of the Kericho Governor, Dr. Eric Mutai.
Okay. And what kind of voting was adopted?
Electronic voting.
And did you vote?
No.
You did not vote.
Yes.
Your testimony in this assembly is that you did not vote.
Yeah.
And why didn't you vote?
First of all, we were surprised that that day, that when Speaker announced that we were going to use electronic voting, we were not prepared because we've never used the system in our county assembly for voting. So we were not comfortable with voting electronically. So we raised a question, an issue with the Speaker, and we were requesting to vote manually through roll call.
So you preferred roll call as opposed to electronic voting, and one of the reasons is because it was just newly introduced.
Yes.
And is there another reason why you did not vote, other than the newness of the system?
Yeah, the other reason
Yes.
is that we did not trust the system.
Yes.
Because we had the previous night that the system has been introduced, and there were circulation, there were information circulating in the social media that some of the members, even most of our members, were posting from the other side, who were supporting the impeachment, were posting that they already have 33 votes supporting the impeachment. So we could not trust the system.
So you didn't trust the system because even long before the voting point, the time of voting, there were already information that the impeachment motion has been supported by the other.
Yes, another issue, Council, at a personal level, I could not trust the system because some 2 minutes into the tabling of the notice of motion to impeach the governor, the Speaker, out of the blue, communicated that our seats will be declared vacant. 6 MCAs were going to, their seats were going to be declared vacant based on the reasons that we've missed sessions. Yet, at a personal level, I know that I've never missed sessions, and it's about the system.
Okay. So you, apart from not trusting the system based on the social media communications, including the members supporting the motion, saying that they support the motion, there was also an attempt to remove you as an MCA.
Yeah, just 2 minutes into the tabling of the impeachment motion. I don't know the motive of the Speaker because it was out of the blue.
And what was the reason why the Speaker wanted to remove you?
I just suspect that maybe
what did he say was the reason why he wanted to remove you?
That I've missed sessions at the County Assembly.
And had you missed the sessions?
No.
You had not missed?
Actually, he said 8 consecutive sessions,
Yes.
which was a lie.
Which was not true.
Yeah.
And how did you then survive that intention?
Through a court order.
So you went to court to challenge the decision to remove you as
That's right.
MCS, got and managed to be back in the Assembly and to participate in this impeachment motion.
Yeah.
That's all the questions I have for this witness, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you.
Council, proceed to close examination.
Thank you again. Very few questions. Bavina, do you have any individual affidavit of yours before the Senate?
No, we did a joint affidavit.
In that joint affidavit, have you attached these so-called social media posts that you are referring to?
No.
You have not. That's all in cross-examination.
Next.
That is all. No re-examination, Mheshimiwa. I request to call Dominic Mutai, Honorable Dominic Mutai. Could you tell the Honorable Senators and the Speaker your names, please?
I'm Dominic Mutai, MCA from Kabianga Ward.
You represent Kabianga Ward in Kericho.
Yes.
Were you in the County Assembly on the 15th of August 2025?
Yes, I was present.
What was the issue being discussed on that day?
The motion on impeachment of Governor Dr. Eric Mutai.
It was a motion to impeach
yes.
The governor.
Yes.
And it got to a point of voting, isn't it?
Yes.
What kind of voting system was adopted?
The Speaker ruled that the electronic voting was to be used.
Okay, and after you had decided that electronic voting would be used, were you okay with that idea?
We were not okay because that was the first time it was introduced, some few minutes to voting.
Okay. And so what did you prefer?
We preferred a roll call.
You preferred a roll?
Yes.
And did you express your wishes for a roll call?
Yes, we stood for division.
Yes.
Which it was not granted.
It was denied. Yeah. And did you vote?
No, I didn't.
And does the standing order say what happens to a vote which has not been cast?
Yes, it is said abstain.
So if you have not cast your vote, it's supposed to be reflected as abstain?
Yes, yes.
When you saw the results that were posted by the County Assembly on the voting, does your vote of abstain, is it featured?
It is not featured anywhere?
It's not featured. And so apart from the fact that the system was new, was there another reason why you didn't participate in the electronic voting?
Yes, we were, prior to that there was a lot of suspiciousness, and we know we are from that assembly, and we know the issue of integrity of the system, which can be manipulated.
So you feared that the system would be manipulated?
Yes, yes, yes.
And that's the reason why you didn't vote?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You'll be asked a few questions by my colleagues.
Mr. Dominic, very few questions for you. Yes. It is your case that this is the first time this system was being used in the assembly?
Yes.
But you already knew it had been manipulated?
We didn't know that it has been manipulated.
You didn't know that it had been manipulated?
Yes.
Let me get that right, just for clarification. You didn't know it had been manipulated?
Yes.
I want to show you a copy of the Hansard. So you are in the assembly when the governor and his advocates made submissions to that assembly?
Yes.
You remember the governor's advocate in the assembly saying your vote had already been manipulated?
Yes, I remember saying.
Thank you so much.
He said so.
This was well before the vote was taken.
Yes.
Now you have seen the results of the vote. You finally are aware of the results of the vote.
Yes, I know later.
Are you later? Yes, later you know
later,
the results
yes,
of the vote.
Yes, yes.
They show that you didn't vote.
Before that, can I explain?
No, you can't explain.
Speaker?
Those results show that you didn't vote.
I don't want to explain.
Don't explain, state to me. Those results you have seen later show you, Dominic, didn't vote.
Yes.
The allegation by the counsel for the governor in the assembly that your vote had manipulated was therefore false.
Counsel.
No. That allegation, was it true or false?
Mr. Speaker.
Was that allegation true or false?
I was the one who was in that assembly, and I know why.
Now you are in the Senate, and you must answer my question.
If I can allow, I can
answer
explain.
the questions as you are asked. It's just a yes or no.
Yes. Was that allegation in fact true or false?
It is true.
It is true. That's enough. Thank you. But the results show you didn't vote.
I didn't vote.
In fact, you didn't vote.
I didn't vote.
Thank you so much. That's all.
Yes, counsel representing the
Yes, just one
governor,
question.
the examination.
You said there was an issue of. Did you know or you didn't know that there would be a likelihood of manipulation of the votes?
Prior to that, our colleague said my name was already one of those who was supposed to be voted in courts.
Yes.
And then I requested the speaker to allow me, when I was submitting at that assembly, that is how I wanted to explain. I said my vote should be respected. And whoever wanted to vote to me, I said my vote should be respected. That is what I wanted
So
to
out of your concern that there is a likelihood of intention to manipulate your vote, you anticipated it by making comments on the floor.
Yes, I said
and that's captured in the answer, isn't it?
It is captured in the answer that I said so.
Okay. I would like to leave questions there. Mheshimiwa, thank you very much. I would like to call Honorable Omolo.
Let us have the next witness.
Honorable Omolo. Could you tell the honorable senators and the speaker your names, please?
My name is Honorable Opile Noel Omolo.
Describe yourself.
I am nominated MCA representing the minority in the KERICHO County.
You are representing
Assembly.
the minority in the KERICHO County. Yes. Were you in the assembly on the 25th of August, on 15th of August 2025?
Yes.
What was being discussed on that day?
The impeachment motion, the motion to impeach the governor.
The discussion was on the impeachment of the governor. And the discussion went on up to a point of voting, isn't it?
Yes.
What kind of voting process was adopted?
Electronic
And
voting.
were you agreeable to the electronic voting?
No.
What did you prefer?
Roll call.
You preferred roll call voting?
Yes.
Okay. And did you make known your wishes that you'd prefer roll call voting?
Yes.
Okay. Did you eventually vote at all?
No, I did not.
You
I
did
abstained.
not vote?
Yes.
Okay. And does the standing orders provide for a case where somebody doesn't vote?
It does.
What does it say?
It says that if there is a division
Yes.
supported by 5 people, then the speaker can opt for the option of roll call.
Okay, you didn't answer my question, but that's still okay. So you're saying that where you are disagreeing with the voting system, and you are more than 5 people, you should have been allowed to go for roll call, isn't it?
Yes.
How many were you supporting the option of roll call?
18 of us.
You are 18. Why didn't you vote, Naila?
We had a prior knowledge that the system already was not transparent.
You feared that the system was not transparent?
Yes.
And that's why you didn't vote?
Yes.
Now, when you don't vote, how is your vote supposed to be captured? Is it a yes, no, or what?
If I don't vote, it should be abstained.
It should be abstained. When the report was brought back about the number of votes, is your vote of abstained reflected?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. That's all for this witness in evidence in chief, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Counsel for the counter assembly.
Noela, in 30 seconds, you have not sworn any individual affidavit of yours before the Senate.
Yes, I've not.
Sorry?
I've not.
Thank you so much. That's all in cross-examination.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. You can retire. I request
Next
to call
witness.
Honorable Vincent Kirui. Please tell the honorable senators and the speaker your full names, please.
My name is Vincent Kirui.
And could you just describe yourself, please?
Member of County Assembly representing Litein Ward.
You are MCA for Litein Ward.
Yes.
Were you in the County Assembly? You signed the joint affidavit with the others?
Yes.
How many in total were you?
You were 18.
You were 18. And what was the main issue you are saying in that affidavit?
They had said we were our main aim.
Yes. What was your main complaint? Mulikuwa muna complaint juu ya nini?
Impeachment of our Governor Mutai.
Okay. Now, so were you in the assembly on the 15th of August?
Yes.
What was the issue being discussed on that 15th of August?
The impeachment of our governor.
It was the discussion on the impeachment of the governor. And you debated it, eventually came to voting, isn't it?
Yes.
What kind of voting was adopted?
Electronic.
Electronic voting. And were you agreeable to the electronic voting?
No.
What did you prefer?
We prefer to be counted.
You prefer to be counted, huh?
Yes.
What is it called? Roll call.
Roll call.
Okay. So was it you alone who wanted roll call?
No, we were 18 of us.
18 of you wanted the roll call. And did you tell the speaker that you wanted to use roll call?
Yes.
And did he accept?
No.
Okay. Did you vote?
I never voted.
You did not vote. Does your standing orders provide for what happens to a vote that has not been cast?
It's reversed as abstain.
It is supposed to be reflected as abstain. When you saw the results brought to this Senate by the County Assembly saying that the 3 people voted in support of impeachment, does it reflect your vote of abstain as a consequence of not voting?
Yes.
Is your vote captured in that data?
No.
No, it's not captured. But that's all for this witness, Mr. Speaker, sir, in evidence in chief.
Again, in 30 seconds, Honorable Vincent, you have not sworn any individual affidavit before the Senate, have you?
Yes.
Have you sworn it?
No.
No. Did you log into the system to vote?
No.
Did you seek assistance from the technical staff and you are denied?
No.
Did you press the abstain button?
No.
Thank you so much. That's all.
Next witness.
Gilbert Ngetich, please. Honorable Gilbert Ngetich. Could you tell the honorable members your full names, please?
I'm Honorable Gilbert Kibrok Ngetich.
Describe yourself.
I'm an MCA representing Kudbibo from Kishara Ward.
Kisharwa.
Elected member.
In Kericho County.
In Kericho County.
Okay. Were you in the County Assembly on the 15th of August 2025?
Yes, I was.
And what was being dealt with on that date?
It was an impeachment motion, main motion to be precise,
Yeah.
from Honorable Rogony on impeachment of His Excellency.
It was a motion to impeach the governor, moved
Yes.
by Honorable Rogony. And so it was discussed, eventually it was decided to go into voting, isn't it?
Yes.
What kind of voting was adopted?
Electronic voting directed by the Speaker.
The Speaker decided that it be by electronic voting. Were you agreeable to the electronic voting?
We didn't.
You?
I didn't.
You did not. And did you express your wish, your objection?
I did.
You expressed your objection?
Yes.
Were you alone in that objection?
No, we were 18.
And what did you prefer?
We preferred the roll call voting.
You preferred roll call voting?
Yes.
Do you have a right to ask for roll call voting?
We have.
And for roll call voting to be adopted, what does it require?
It requires a division illustrated by 5 or more members.
So if 5 or more people ask for roll call, then it should be given by the Speaker?
Yes.
Did you ask for that?
We did.
How many people?
18 of us.
Was it granted?
It wasn't.
Okay. Now, so eventually they started the process of voting electronically. Did you vote yourself, Mheshimiwa?
I abstained.
You abstained. How did you abstain exactly? Did you press a button of abstain, or what do you mean?
There were nowhere to be pressed.
There was nothing to be pressed. Yes. So what do you mean by telling these senators and the Speaker you abstained?
We illustrated by standing up.
Speak for yourself.
I illustrated by standing up to illustrate that I was not satisfied with electronic voting.
And so why do you think your vote should have been abstain?
Pardon?
Why are you saying your vote is an abstain yet you didn't press anything?
Okay, by standing alone, it was supposed to be automatically registered to be an abstainer.
So as far as you are concerned, the fact that you didn't vote should have been marked as abstain.
Yes.
Is your vote of abstain captured in the total number of votes reflected by the count?
It was not captured.
Okay, you will be asked a couple of questions by my colleagues for the Assembly.
Gilbert, again in 30 seconds, very few questions. Do you have an individual affidavit that you have sworn before the Senate?
I don't.
You don't. Did you log into the system, this electronic voting system that was provided?
I didn't.
You did not log into it. Do you know it in fact provided for an electronic button for abstain?
I was not.
Do you know that fact, that had you logged in, you'd have seen that abstain?
I didn't know.
Did anyone stop you from logging in?
No one.
Did you seek assistance from the technical staff to log in and denied you the chance?
I was to be trained, not to be
Did you seek assistance from the staff who were assigned?
I didn't.
You did not. Thank you so much. That's all in cross-examination.
Counsel for the Governor.
Just one question, Mheshimiwa. Did you need to ask for assistance?
No need.
What would have happened before that?
We were supposed to be trained prior to the use of the gadget.
You needed to be trained, not to be helped, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, that's all for this witness. Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. The next witness is Francis Terrell, please. Please tell the honorable senators and the speaker your names, please.
Thank you so much. My name is Francis Kiplanga Terer, member of the County Assembly of Kericho, representing the great people of Jeboinwot.
Okay. And were you in the County Assembly on the 15th of August?
Yes, I was there.
And what was being discussed on that day?
The tabling of the motion of impeachment of the Governor of Kericho, Dr. Eric Mutai.
It was discussion of the impeachment of the Governor.
Yes.
And the impeachment proceedings went on?
It went on.
And it got to the point of voting, isn't it?
Yes.
And when it got to the point of voting, what kind of voting was decided on by the Speaker?
Electronic voting system.
It was electronic voting. Were you agreeable with the electronic voting?
No, I wasn't.
And did you make known your wishes that you are opposed to it?
Yeah, we were opposed to it, especially the 18 members of us who stood up.
Were you opposed yourself?
Yes.
And were there people supporting your objection to that? To the
yes.
user? How many were you?
18 in number.
And if you have an objection, what should happen to the electronic voting? What did you prefer? Let's start by saying, what did you prefer?
Repeat the question.
So you didn't want electronic voting?
Yeah, we didn't want the electronic voting.
What voting could you have?
We wanted the roll call voting system.
You wanted roll call. And did you let the Speaker know that?
Yes.
How many people wanted roll call?
18 members of the County Assembly.
Okay. Now, did you vote?
I didn't vote.
At all, at all?
At all.
Why didn't you vote?
Because I had no hope in the electronic voting system.
You had no faith in the electronic voting system?
Yes.
Okay. And does the standing order provide for a situation where somebody has not voted?
Yes.
What is it supposed to be counted as?
Abstain.
It's supposed to be counted as abstain.
Yes.
When the results were brought by the County Assembly, does it reflect your vote of abstain?
Oh, it didn't capture my vote as abstained.
Your abstained vote was not captured?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. You'll be asked a few questions by my colleagues.
Thank you.
Yes, Council.
Francis Terer.
Yes, sir.
Have you sworn any individual affidavit before this House?
No.
You know your standing orders provide for electronic voting?
Yes.
You are in the assembly that approved that system of voting?
Yes.
The method of voting the Speaker used was known to your standing orders?
It was known.
Thank you so much. That's all in cross-examination.
No re-examination, Mr. Speaker, sir. I request to call Honorable Anita Chebet. Please tell the honorable senators and the Speaker your full names, please.
My name is Anita Cheronomi Bay, representing elected member, representing the people of Chemosa toward in Bureti constituency, Kericho County.
Thank you very much. Were you in the County Assembly on the 15th of August?
Yes, Senior Counsel.
What was the issue being discussed on that day?
The day was a day for us to table the motion on the impeachment of Dr. Eric Mutai.
So it was the day to discuss the issue of the impeachment of the governor.
Yes.
And then debate went on, isn't it? It
Pardon?
was discussed.
Yes, the discussion started at around 10.
It's okay. So it was discussed. Eventually it came to a point of voting, isn't it?
Yes.
And was there a decision as to what form of voting was to be done?
The decision came in at the very end.
Yes.
And the decision that came up was a new way of voting.
Yes.
That as a house, as an assembly, we had not used an electronic voting before.
So it was said to be electronic voting?
Yes.
Was that, had you ever used that electronic voting system?
No.
That was the first time?
That was the first time.
Okay. Did you know that you were going to use electronic voting before you came on that day?
No, apart from the rumors that were on the social media, we had not received an official communication from the Speaker that we were going to use an electronic voting system. There were no official communication to us.
So the only thing you were, there was comments circulating in social media that electronic voting would be used?
Yes, and also some members, some staff were good enough to inform us that the IT staff were good enough to tell us that be prepared, there is a new system that we've been called tonight to work on that you might be using tomorrow.
Sorry, that they had been called?
Yes.
Called, when were they called?
A night to the day of 15th.
So they had been told, please come and prepare the...
Yes.
Who called them and who asked them to prepare for electronic voting?
The Speaker called them.
The Speaker is the one who said, come and set up an electronic
Yes.
voting system. Okay, so the voting started, isn't it?
Yes.
Did you have an objection to the electronic voting?
Yes, we had an objection.
What were your reasons?
Our reasons were we are not aware of the system and we don't trust the electronic system. And as a team that were against it, we stood for division to request the Speaker to allow all of us to be counted under the roll call option instead of a new gadget that we were not aware of.
So let me just paraphrase what you're saying. You said you had an objection, and the objection was based on the fact that it was new and you didn't trust it.
Yes, and we had not been taken through a pilot test of the system. Some of us, we are technically savvy, we are well with the system. If only we knew what that system was. If only there was a pilot test a day to, for us to be sure that our votes will be in safe hands with the system. Yes, we would have agreed to it, but we said no, since it was a new
So
thing.
it is your testimony to this Senate that you really have no objection to electronic voting. You only wanted the integrity of it to be properly in
Yes.
place. Okay. And you're not being, you said it was being piloted that in the impeachment motion.
Yes, it was a pilot because I was reading through, allow me to add this, because I was reading through my messages with the IT, our IT staff, a night that night, and I was asking, even the same day, I was texting him and asking him, we've heard of electronic system, what are you guys going to do? And the message he gave me was, you will, once you decide on the electronic voting system, then we will let you know how to work on it.
Okay.
That was at around 1 p.m.
Okay.
Yes.
And did you have an option other than electronic voting?
Yes, we had an option of roll calling.
Roll call.
Yes.
And how would roll call work?
Roll call, the way roll call work is, of course, we will have the side.
No, sorry, that's not what I'm asking. So the speaker had said we use electronic voting.
He insisted after we requested for.
Is there an option for you to ask the speaker to change that position? Can the MCAs ask that you depart from the use of electronic voting to roll call?
Looking at our standing orders, yes, we have an option.
What does it require for the speaker to accept the roll call?
So if we go for division and 5 of the members stood and request for that option, the speaker would rule that we go for a roll calling.
So if there are 5 people insisting on a roll call, then the roll call should be done by the speaker?
Yes, as per the standing orders.
As per the standing orders. Does the speaker have a choice if there are 5 people supporting the motion?
He had no choice, but he decided to rule anyway.
No, I'm saying ordinarily, as per the standing orders, does it provide for the speaker to choose whether or not to do roll call if there are 5 people supporting it?
No, it's saying shall, so I don't think there's an option.
Lastly, did you vote?
I didn't vote.
Does your standing orders provide for what happens when you don't vote?
Yes, I expected, because I abstained, and I expected the system to count those who abstained from not voting.
And that includes you?
And that includes my vote.
Is your vote reflected in the votes that have
Looking at that system, it's only showing those who voted.
Looking at the results that were brought to this Senate, does your abstain vote, is your abstain vote reflected?
No, it's saying 0.
Okay, you'll be asked a few questions, Madam Mheshimiwa.
Yes, Council. Through the examination.
Thank you. Just in 1 minute. Anita, have you sworn an individual affidavit before the Senate?
No.
You have told this Senate that you expected the system to register your abstinence, your abstained vote. True?
Yes.
Which system?
The electronic voting system.
Did you log into it?
We didn't have
Did you, Anita, log into it?
But log in where?
My apologies. Anita, did you log into the system?
We didn't have a system to log in.
Did you log into the link that was given to you?
I didn't have an option of logging in.
Mr. Speaker, may I have my question answered? I have 1 minute to finish this witness.
Yes, witness, just answer the question.
Did you log into the system?
I didn't have a system to log in.
I'm asking whether in fact you logged into it, whatever the circumstances.
But where?
Mr. Speaker, may I have my question answered? This is now becoming disturbing.
Witness, once again, you are now bordering to becoming a hostile witness.
Take that as a warning.
Question the way you asked, just yes or no. Don't ask the council questions.
Anita, did you in fact log into the system?
No.
Did you press the abstain button?
I didn't have a button to press.
Did you press an abstain button?
No.
Nevertheless, you expected that system to register your abstained vote.
But which system?
Nevertheless, you expected that system to register your abstained vote.
But which system?
Mr. Speaker, may I once again have my question answered, whether that was expectation?
Madam Witness, can you answer those questions looking at me? Maybe when you look at him, you are becoming a bit... look at this side and answer the questions.
Thank you. Notwithstanding that you didn't press the abstained button, you nevertheless expected the system to register your abstained vote. Is that a correct position?
Come up again.
Notwithstanding that you didn't press the abstain option in the system, you expected to register your abstain vote.
I didn't have a gadget to press the abstain button.
Did you have your phone in the chamber?
I had my phone until 1 p.m. when my phone went off power.
Did you have your phone in the chamber?
It was somewhere, but without
Did you have
power.
your phone in the chamber?
I think so.
Did you, in fact, have your phone in the chamber, Anita?
I had my phone until it went off and I took it off.
So you had your phone in the chamber?
For about 3 hours.
So, in fact, you had your phone in the chamber, as a matter of fact?
For about 3 hours.
What's the answer to that question, Mr. Speaker, on whether, in fact, she had my phone? I can't get the answer to that question. And I think the witness is now bordering on rudeness now, not just being hostile. I've been very polite to all witnesses in this assembly because it's my professional duty to be. But they have no corresponding right to be rude to me. I'm a professional discharging my professional duty. I deserve respect. She is disrespectful.
Council, you know you have no mandate to judge. It's me, that's my work. So
Yes.
mine is only to request that to answer your questions. Don't make the judgment. That is the work of the chair.
Yes,
I've been
Mr.
pleading
Speaker.
with that to answer your questions directly.
Yes, I was making a submission, inviting you to make that a judgment, Mr. Speaker.
You are provoking me to do that.
My apologies.
Or inciting me to say what you want.
No, Mr. Speaker. I was making a submission so that you then...
So, witness, Madam Anita, honorable member, just answer those questions as fast as possible because I can see the council is constrained by time.
Mr. Speaker, sir, am I allowed to just say no answer?
Yes, no, yes.
Okay.
Did you, in fact, have your phone in the chamber?
No answer.
Mr. Speaker, I don't know what to do now, but I will beseech you to intervene now more coercively. May I request my time be posted in the circumstances because I have no contribution to what she's doing.
Witness, what is the problem? Council representing the governor. Can you stand down the witness if she is not ready to respond and call another witness?
May I proceed, Mr. Speaker?
Proceed.
Madam Anita, do you in fact have your phone in the chamber?
Yes.
Do you remember you contributed to this impeachment motion?
I said yes for 3 hours.
Do you remember you contributed to this impeachment motion in the chamber?
Yes for 3 hours.
Do you remember you read your contribution from your phone and that became an issue in the course of the debate?
Yes for 3 hours.
In your affidavit before this Senate, have you disclosed these conversations you had with the IT staff on the eve of the vote?
No.
The inclusion of electronic voting in your standing orders happened in October last year. True or not true?
Come up again.
The amendment to the standing orders to introduce electronic voting happened in October 2024. True or not true?
True.
Have you had a motion requiring a division in that assembly since then, before this one, before this impeachment one?
We have not done anything that required us to vote since the time that the standing orders were changed.
Thank you. So this is the first time a motion requiring a division arose since the amendment to the standing orders. True or not true?
Not true.
Which other motion requiring a division has ever arisen since October last year when you made the amendments?
There was a removal of our Deputy Speaker, Dr. Eric, at some point after the standing orders were changed, and we expected the electronic voting system to be used then.
Give us the month when you removed the Deputy Speaker.
Around November, but we can check. I'm not
So
sure
you're not sure
dates.
of the month?
I'm not sure of the dates, but it was after the standing orders had been changed.
Are you sure of the date and the month?
I can consult.
I've asked whether you are sure so that we put it on the record.
November.
You're sure of that month?
Yes.
And that's all in my cross-examination of this witness.
Council, are you doing the examination?
Yes, just briefly. You said you've had an opportunity to use division for purposes of a motion for the removal of the Deputy Speaker?
Yes.
And that happened after the amendment of...
It was after the amendment.
And that was in November 2024?
Yes.
Okay. Did you use electronic voting then?
No.
Okay. Now, you've been asked why you expected your vote to be captured as an abstain, yet you had not voted. You remember being asked that question?
Yes.
I want you to read the standing order number 77-8.
778, any member present in the assembly but who shall not have voted at the expiry of 5 minutes or after the announcing of the results, whichever is earlier, shall forfeit the right to vote and shall be deemed to have abstained from voting.
And so based on that standing order, were you entitled to have your vote counted as abstain?
Yes, Council.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Anita. I'm requesting for
Next
Mheshimiwa
witness.
Gabriela. Mheshimiwa, if you could tell the honorable senators and the honorable speaker your full names and who you represent.
I'm Chepnyana Gabriela Langat, nominated member of Kericho County Assembly.
Okay. Were you in the county assembly on the 15th of August 2025?
Yes, I was.
What was being discussed then?
The motion on the impeachment of Kericho County Governor, Dr. Eric Mutai.
And could you confirm that the motion was moved, discussion was held?
Yes, it was moved and discussion held.
And eventually it came to voting?
Yes, Senior.
What kind of voting was adopted?
The electronic voting system was adopted.
Okay. And were you agreeable to the electronic voting system?
No, Senior.
What was your objection? Please address the speaker, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, our approach, we wanted a normal roll call voting or the head count.
You wanted either a head count or roll call?
Yes, Senior Counsel.
How many were you?
We were 18 in number.
18 people preferred roll call?
Yes.
Okay. And did the speaker grant your wishes?
No, he denied us the wishes.
Okay. Now, did you vote? Now that he had refused roll call and the only system available, the only system to be used is electronic voting, did you vote?
No, I did not.
You did not vote at all?
Yes, I did not vote.
Could you tell the honorable senators and the speaker the reason why you didn't vote?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir, I refused to vote because I did not trust the integrity of the system. Prior to the voting, the TV screens were installed in the Kericho County Assembly in the night. A very rare activities. They were installed in the night, and also the system, I informed the speaker that we've never been trained about this system, and that was the main reason. I never trusted the credibility of the results and also the voting system itself in nature.
So your problems were, one, it had been rushed?
Yes.
Two, you didn't trust it?
Yes.
And three is that you had not been trained?
Yes.
And it remains your position even in this honorable Senate that it shouldn't have been used in the face of all those three issues?
Yes, Senior Counsel.
Okay. I've requested you to address your answers to the speaker, please. Now,
sorry.
Prior to the, so you said there was the rush, the integrity. Before that, did you have any concerns about this oncoming impeachment motion?
Yes, I had concerns.
What were the concerns?
Mr. Speaker, sir, my first concern, 2 minutes to the tabling of the notice of motion of impeachment, the Speaker declared our names, six names, that 4 women and 1 elected member of the Kericho County Assembly, and also 1 male nominated. He declared our names that our seats were going to be declared vacant. On that 2 minutes, before the notice of the motion. Mr. Speaker, by my own reasoning, I saw that this was by design or maybe a sinister move by the Speaker to either intimidate us or maybe deny the number. Because if we would have declared our names that our offices are vacant, the number would have reduced to 41. And therefore, the 2/3 threshold would have been low and maybe they would have gotten that. Mr. Speaker, another reason is that all through before the impeachment motion, after that communication was made, one chief whip of the Kericho County Assembly, one Honorable Aaron Rotich, called me and told me that, did you hear the communication from the Speaker? And I told him that yes. He told me, what's your point? What are you saying? I told him that I've never missed the 8 consecutive sittings that it is being alleged. And he told me that, what, do you have a proof? I told the honorable member, yes. I've always attended the sittings of the Kericho County Assembly. It is my duty and responsibility. And Mr. Speaker, the member told me, we can get the call logs from the Safaricom. I'm ready to provide the evidence, Mr. Speaker. He told me that we can delete your biometric logins. And I was surprised, Mr. Speaker. That is the system that we are using. If that member alleged that my logins entry can be deleted, that system is not safe, Mr. Speaker. I'm here today as the Kericho County Assembly member.
The question that you asked was not that wrong. I think
I was explaining my, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker. Sorry.
So in the long explanation you've given, you've said
one thing, Senior, I would like to say that my suspicion began there, because if you delete my biometric, that means the system is not credible. Thank you.
So you were told directly by you said Chief Whip?
Yeah, the Chief Whip, Aaron Rotich.
So the conversation with Chief Whip was, you have missed 8 sessions, so you'll be removed.
Yes.
However, then you said you have not missed them.
I have not missed at any point.
And then he said what?
He said that we'll delete and there'll be 8 consecutive sittings, and next week the Speaker is going to communicate to you that your office is vacant. So I'm here courtesy of a court order.
Okay, the Speaker said you don't answer too long.
Thank you.
So as a result of the fact that Chief Whip told you that we can adjust the data of the County Assembly the way we want, you became suspicious.
Yeah, I began suspecting some
manipulation. And so what did you do?
On that very day, yes, we stood up for a division.
No, I mean, so that you don't lose your speed, what did you do?
Oh, I went to the court,
yes,
and report the matter, yeah, and we were granted a court order.
To do what?
To stay in the Kericho County Assembly and not to appear before the Powers and Privileges Committee.
To stop you from being removed as an MCA.
Yes.
I would like you to read. If you could read for the Speaker the case number. What is the case number?
The case number is HCHRPET/E009 of 2025.
Honorable Senators and Mr. Speaker, sir, this is in volume 4A of the County Assembly's documents, 4A of the County Assembly's documents, page 45, and it is case number Kericho Law Courts E009 of 2025. And you say in that case, you were one of the 6 MCAs who went to court?
Yes.
And you got orders to remain as MCAs?
Yes.
And as we speak now, you're still in office?
Yes, I'm still in the office, courtesy of a court order.
Lastly, your fault, when you did not vote, what kind of a vote was it? Is it supposed to be reflected in the tally?
Yes.
How is it supposed to be reflected?
If any member does not cast his or her vote, the vote is deemed to have abstained, but it's not captured in the assembly votes.
So your position is that your standing orders provides that if you don't cast your vote, it's to be treated as abstain?
Yes.
And the votes brought to this Honorable Senate by the County Assembly, does it reflect your abstain vote?
It doesn't reflect.
Was there a crisis as to why it should use electronic voting rather than roll call?
There was no crisis.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Sir, the witness can be cross-examined. You'll hold on for cross-examination.
Council of the County Assembly.
Sorry, Gabriela, I have a few questions for you because my time is restricted. You refer to a conversation you had with one of the whips regarding the notice for you to show cause why you should not be referred to the Powers and Privileges Committee. Is that the conversation you refer to? Is that
Pardon?
You refer to a conversation you had with a particular whip on the question of your failure to attend 8 consecutive sittings of the Assembly. Is that the one you're referring to?
Yes.
You considered that conversation to be crucial to this impeachment motion? Is that conversation important?
Yes.
You swore an affidavit in this impeachment motion.
Yes, I did.
Do you refer to that conversation in your affidavit?
No.
So that conversation was so important not to be included in your affidavit.
I included the...
I'm asking whether that conversation with Rotich was in your affidavit.
It contributes to the incredibility
I'm asking
of the
whether
system.
that conversation is in your affidavit, whether
It's
any
not.
paragraph in your
It's not.
affidavit. Thank you. These members of the County Assembly are subject to the disciplinary measures under the Powers and Privileges Act. True or not true?
True.
The Speaker's communication to you was to show cause to the Powers and Privileges Committee. True or not true?
True.
Did the Speaker tell you he was himself going to arbitrarily remove you from the Assembly?
When you miss 8 consecutive, that is done. But I never missed. It was a lie.
But the question whether you had missed or not was the subject to be determined by the Powers and Privileges Committee. True or not true?
The Powers and Privileges Committee is biased in the Kericho County Assembly.
Let me get the answer to my question kindly, Gabriela. I'm a fairly patient person, but with limits.
Okay.
Please confirm that the question whether or not you had missed was going to be a subject of consideration by the Powers and Privileges Committee.
It was political, Senior Counsel.
Gabriela, please answer my question. The question whether or not you had missed the 8 sittings was a subject of consideration by the Powers and Privileges Committee.
I don't know.
Didn't the notice and communication from the chair specify that issue?
No.
You're saying the communication from the chair didn't specify that issue?
We were to appear.
Did the communication from the chair specify that you show cause to the Powers and Privileges Committee?
Yes, it did.
And that's what you are saying it did not?
It did.
Let me deal with a small question about the screens being installed in the Assembly on the eve of the impeachment motion. Those screens are like the ones we are seeing in this Senate. True or not true?
True.
You are aware that the trial, the evidence by the parties in the impeachment motion at the Assembly entailed playing of video evidence. Did you see that being played?
Yes, I saw it.
Was it possible to play video evidence without screens?
But should you install them in the night?
Was it possible to play video evidence without screens?
Pardon?
Was it possible to play video evidence in the Assembly without the screens?
No.
Was the Assembly administration under an obligation to facilitate the parties to present their evidence fully?
Not in such a hurry, and also in the night.
I didn't ask you the manner. Did the Assembly administration have a duty to facilitate the parties to present their evidence fully?
There were no evidences.
I don't understand your answer at all.
Maybe you can pardon your question once again.
I'm suggesting to you, and you may confirm if I'm wrong, that the Assembly leadership had a duty to enable the parties to present their evidence fully. True or not true?
Yes, they had.
And part of facilitating them would entail giving them facilities to play video evidence. True or not true?
True.
And the facility is the screen. True or not true?
True.
And that's what you are complaining about, Gabriela, in good conscience.
Senior, I'm complaining about the timing of the installation of the machines. Who does that in the night?
So let me ask a direct question. What is the prescribed time for installing screens in Kericho County Assembly?
I'm not sure of the prescribed time.
And yet you are complaining about the time, Gabriela. Are you being an honest citizen?
No. Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. The witness has confirmed being a dishonest witness. I rest.
Gabriela, Mheshimiwa,
Yes, Senior.
are you a honest person or dishonest?
I'm a honest person.
So why were you saying you're dishonest?
The senior is putting me to a corner. Yes.
Okay. Now I want to ask you in re-examination, two serious questions. The first one is the issue of appearing before the Privileges Committee. It is true that a notice was sent to you to show cause why you should not be retired as an MCA for missing 8 consecutive sessions, isn't it?
Yes.
Who moved that motion?
The speaker made a communication.
It is the speaker who said you, Gabriela, and 6 others will be removed.
Yes.
You appear for purposes of showing cause, isn't it?
Yes.
And if you appeared before that committee, who was going to chair it?
The speaker.
He is the same person who was going to chair it. And who was going to determine your fate?
My fellow MCAs.
Okay. Now, the screens, what were they, did they play a role in the impeachment at all?
Yes.
The screens that were put up at night?
Yes.
What role did they play?
Playing of the video evidences.
Playing of the video evidences. But did it play another role other than playing the video?
Yes, it was the same screens that were used to air the votes.
It's the same screens that were used to start the votes from 6 votes?
Six votes.
Okay. That's all from me, Mr. Speaker, sir, and that is the end of this set of 14.
Okay, thank you, witness, for your confidence.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa.
Next witness. Yes, Boni Kalwale. Senator Boni.
Of those many witnesses he was having. But my attention is drawn, Mr. Speaker, and that is why I seek that you guide us.
Did you say that? Counsel?
Yes.
Are you through?
No, I have one more witness, although not in the set of MCS.
No, I'm saying in the set of this MCS.
Yes, proceed.
Yes. My attention, Mr. Speaker, is drawn to Volume 2 of the County Assembly's documents and Volume 1 of the Governor's documents. In both incidences, there is a witness by the name of Edna Chepkirui Tunoi, who has sworn to support the County Assembly's case. She has also sworn to support the Governor's case. I want to request, Chair, that we would like to hear this witness on how she's supporting both sides in the same case. To me, why I'm inquiring, Mr. Speaker, it looks like the counsel for the governor wants to deny us the opportunity to find out why this particular witness swore an affidavit that she didn't vote as an MCA, went on and swore an affidavit in support of the governors at the same time.
Counsel.
Mr. Speaker, sir, the last time we had the MCA earlier, we subsequently encountered an affidavit from the County Assembly saying she's their witness now, and so we just don't have her, Mr. Speaker, sir. The last person with her was the County Assembly. They probably can explain where she is.
That's okay. If the witness, if the council don't want to have the witness, we cannot force that. So, Senator Chalge.
Mr. Speaker, this matter has generated public interest. And when you look under Article 159 of the Constitution, and also looking at the outstanding orders on procedure of impeachment against the governor, it will be very important understanding order number 1. But the way yesterday we directed an independent audit on the ICT, on the voting system, we directed as a house that the ICT authority do that report, and that report will be presented. It is in the interest of the senators and the public and the great people of Kericho who are following this matter, and even in the interest of County Assembly and the governor, for this witness to appear and tell us why did she swear an affidavit to support the County Assembly case and support the governor's case, so that we can make a determination. You know, we are the judges speak. So can you invoke Article 159 of the Constitution and possibility on the fair hearing Article 50, so that we can listen what Edna Tanui knows that some of us don't know, so that we can make an independent judgment. So I request, as per your ruling yesterday, that you directed the ICT authority to do an audit on the logins of the credentials of voting. Let Edna appear as an interest of the process of the Senate, Mr. Speaker, sir, with a lot of indulgence, of course.
Let me
Or
hear
someone.
2 more senators, and then I'll make that ruling. Yes, Senator Ndiokech. Bonnie, you prosecuted your issue, and I think I'm okay with what you said. Senator Ndiokech.
The dispatch.
And I'm not
Thank you.
opening debate.
Mr.
You and Senator Mtata, then we close it.
Mr. Speaker, I think that the issue that Senator Boni has raised is a patent issue. And I think that in the event that you guide, Mr. Speaker, and I'm not preempting this, you guide that the witness might not appear before us, the documents that we have here are duly before us. And our determination is not only based on the narrative that you're being told there, but also in the strength of this evidence that we have been given in writing here, Mr. Speaker. So perhaps it would be important also to rule that if the witness doesn't appear before us, Mr. Speaker, do we then expunge the evidence in both cases? Because it's appearing on the County Assembly side and it's appearing on the governor's side. Because we need to be absolute in terms of looking at all those documents. So, Mr. Speaker, in the event that she's not appearing, also please guide us on how do we treat the evidence in both documents.
Senator Akio Mtata.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I don't think we are sitting here to conduct inquiries. We are here to listen to the parties and render a verdict. Let the parties appear before us the way they choose. Otherwise, we shall be overstepping our mandate.
You know, that is the reason why I wanted to give you last, because I know you have a lot of experience in the corridors. And what you have said is exactly what we should do as senators. We cannot call witnesses as the Senate. If any of the parties is not interested with that witness, then it's their business. You have some time to make such decisions when you will be making your decision later. So you cannot force witnesses. Sometimes even witnesses are provided and the team can descend even to drop 3 of them. Like it has happened before. This is not the first time that witness is not gone in this Senate. And you know, I've really followed 3 consecutive impeachments. So I have an authority. I'm almost an authority in this process. So let's make progress, honorable senators. I know you have not spoken for 2-3 days, but this is not the time to open debate on a simple matter that I've made determination. Now, senators, I know you really feel like talking. So at this junction, I want to give you some time, maybe 20 minutes or so, if you have clarifications on the witnesses that we have processed. I made the ruling on your matter, Senator Boni Karwale. Both are the same thing. So kindly, senators, who is interested to, yes, Senator Agnes Kavindu? How do you provide those witnesses, Sergeant at Arms? Because the members want clarifications from them.
Thank you, Chair. My clarification, I just want to know if this system has ever been used again.
Do you know the name of the witness that you want to direct the question to?
The MCS, it can come from the MCS, it can come from the lawyers, the MCS.
Only the MCAs you can maybe seek clarification from.
Yes.
The witnesses who are just here.
Yes, that's the ones I want clarifications from. If this system has ever been used again after it was used for the impeachment. Si waitwe. Tutauliza aji. Right?
Senator Chesang Alan. I don't know whether the witnesses are hearing us. Where are they? The witnesses, where are they? Can they stand there? And also it will be very, very necessary if you know the name of the witness that you want clarification from. As usher them in, maybe these are few clarifications. No, it's only no. So let's have the next witness as we maybe have those others, Lindy. Let's guess the next witness. Counsel for the governor.
They are here, Mr. Speaker. So I don't know whether I call the next one or we deal with these ones first.
Honorable, I want to get from you, senators. I've been approached by several senators that they have no clarifications on the MCs, the witnesses. Is that the mood of the House? Okay, fine. It's okay. If there is anything that we need from them, we shall be able to ask later, not now.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Okay. Next witness, please.
These ones,
Well, I'm here. Okay, proceed, clerk, and administer the oath to the witness. In English. Yeah. Sit, kindly. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Like that? Okay. Can I go on? I, Job Okwonoguya, do solemnly swear that the evidence that I shall give before the Senate in respect to the matters before the Senate shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I will lay the basis for the witness testimony. The permission will proceed. Can you tell the Honorable Senate your full names?
My full name is Job Okwonoguya. I am a project consultant at Cyber Hub Systems.
For the record of the Senate, the witness affidavit is at volume 5 of the governor's bundle. He's an IT expert, volume 5 of the governor's handle. What are your professional qualifications?
My professional qualifications, I'm a computer scientist, and I also hold a quality management audit certificate on ISO 9001:2015 for quality management systems.
At what level of qualifications do you have? Master's, bachelor's, or PhD?
Bachelor's.
Okay. How many years of experience do you have in the sector?
Over 10 years.
Over 10 years. Now, in relation to the proceedings before the Senate, you saw an affidavit. Is that correct?
That's very correct.
Do you have the affidavit before you?
Yes, I have the affidavit.
You saw it when is this affidavit dated?
This affidavit was dated on 27th of August on the year 2025.
Now, in the affidavit, you have said at paragraph 7, in the affidavit you have said at paragraph 7 that you did analyze extracts from a system audit logs which are contained in volume 4A of the county assembly documents. For the record of the Senate, do you have these extracts that you said you analyzed for purpose of preparing your report?
Yes.
What pages of the documents are these logs that you say you analyzed?
These start from the pages 38.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Pardon me, it starts from the pages 37.
From pages 30?
37.
Uh-huh.
Going on until, until the pages 44.
Okay. What other document did you use to analyze the report that you say you have prepared?
We used the ICT logs which are provided in the document in terms of the users who are able to log in.
and the IP addresses which were available.
Okay, so quickly, how did you do this audit? Very quickly.
Very quickly, we did a cyber security audit in terms of looking at the system security level. We looked at it on high level in terms of the protocols and the security procedures which they have put, and we found out that there's a lot of breaches and there's a lot of loopholes which are available in that system.
Okay, with respect to the security audit, what specific loophole did you find out?
As per our report,
yes,
we found out various security issues, starting from which is...
Are you looking at your report, which page, so that the senators can follow you? Which page of your report are you talking about this security audit that you say you did?
Okay. If you look at your booklet, volume 5 booklets,
yes,
this is from page 29, where it's a comprehensive high-level cybersecurity audit report of the KERICHO County Assembly system. So the items which we identified during the audit, mind you, this was just a routine pass-by audit. There was an absence of multi-factor authentication. I'll mention
what is multi-factor authentication? What is it in relation to the security of our system?
The multi-factor authentication is a security mechanism that gives you a second layer of security. In case somebody has your password, he's not able to log in. He'll need to have another device, maybe a personal phone, for him to now log into the system.
So you're saying this is a password protection system or something like that?
Yes,
methodology?
Yes.
What other issue did you find out?
We found out also that where the servers are hosted, they are exposed in terms of, we know we can trace and we can find.
Okay, let's go methodically.
Yes.
This security audit summary is contained at which page, so that we are methodical?
Okay.
Of your report. Which page of your report?
We can move to from page 2.
No, up there I think the document is
page 32.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Okay.
Page 32.
Page 32.
Yes. So from page 32, I think I've already highlighted the multi-factor authentication.
Yeah, and the second issue?
The second issue as we proceed is on page 33, which is the lack of Cloudflare or dynamic naming system or proxy to protect your system from people knowing where it's located or where it's hosted. This is just to divert any threat attackers.
Okay, okay. Why is this important?
This is important because without this, people will be able to attack your system and maybe remove some data from it.
Okay, okay. And what other issue? Very quickly, so that we summarize your report.
There was a critical issue, which was exposure of the passwords in the browser. When a user inputs their username and password, which definitely the username and password was already shared without the requirement of security.
Yeah.
So if a username inputs their password, the username and password, we are able, as a security personnel, you are able to get the password from the backend.
Okay. In this case, you looked at the logs, right? What was the password what was the username that you said is unsecure and the password?
The username and password that was unsecure for that, just give me 10 seconds for that, please.
Okay, because of time and because that is an issue which is not contested, let's go to the next issue, the security challenge that you said you experienced in this audit, so that we save on time.
Come again?
What's the next vulnerability that you said you saw in the system from a security perspective?
Okay,
the next one.
This was more of an observation. We noticed that the system was hosted on a .co.ke domain. Just out of curiosity, you know, this is a county assembly system, and most of these systems need to be hosted under a geo.ke system, geo.ke domain.
Okay, what is the difference? Senators want to know. You're saying a .co.ke and .go.ke. What is the difference?
The major difference is co.ke is a private commercial domain that is used by businesses, our companies or companies which are limited or what. And the geo.ke is a reserved domain system which I believe is with the ICT authority that authorizes you to use it. No one can come and apply.
Okay, okay. What other vulnerability did you notice as an expert?
A major vulnerability also was the password management policy.
What do you mean by password management policy? Just explain it briefly.
I can say this is a requirement. I saw that the Kericho County Assembly IT team say that they have an IT policy.
Yes.
And with this, you need to have a policy that dictates that your password needs to be secret, and also no one needs to know your password, and also you need to be able to change it after a certain duration.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
What you said that this domain was hosted. The domain hosting was done abroad. Where is this done abroad? Where is this contained in your report?
The domain hosting,
yeah,
and the server hosting was in Germany. Yes, it's hosted in Germany. And the person who owns the domain is a company called Host Pinnacle Cloud Limited.
Host Pinnacle.
Yes.
Is it a public or private company?
This is a private company.
Private company.
Yes.
So in your analysis of this system in terms of risk, how did you rate the system?
In terms of security, I would believe the system is highly threatened.
It's highly threatened.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So I need you, there is a question which senators really want to know. And you can look at page volume 4A, where these logs, that is page 13, page 13, 14, 15, and up to 17 of volume 4A. What is this? From an expert perspective, what is contained on page 13, 14 to 15, up to 17? What is this?
This is a system log of the users who interacted with the system.
Of the users who interacted with the system?
Yes.
Okay. What are the key features of these logs that you can see from there? Because we really want to know whether it gives names. The key features of this of these logs that you can see.
I believe the key features that I can see are numbers, which must be representing something, most likely the username.
The username,
Yes, the username of the user.
Very quickly, what else do you see there?
We can also see the motion, that was the motion number.
The motion number.
And the actual choice.
And the actual choice,
Yes.
So the results can also be seen from this system, from this document,
Yes.
The results of the vote.
Yes.
Okay. Move quickly at page 29, because this is where we want to focus on as well. Explain to us what is there at between page 29 and up to page 32. What is this from an IT perspective?
Just scrutinizing.
That is volume 4A, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What are these?
Okay. Scrutinizing the document and the pages, I could see there's from an IT perspective and network, on the network side,
Yes,
because
yes,
IT also is very wide.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
an IP address.
Yes.
On the far right, which also corresponds to the MCA's maybe user number or username. Yes, and as I can see, the IP addresses, some are different, some are same.
So some IP addresses are different, others are the same.
Yes.
So the question which these senators, the honorable senators, want to know from this document is why will the IP addresses be different for the same data? Why will it be different? That is important.
Please come again.
Yes, these IP addresses on this page, on these pages, some are the same, while others are different. That's from page, especially you go to page 31. If you look at page 31, then you have 41.139.237.129 appearing several times down there. It appears several times down there. So if, from your expertise, why is this the case?
This one is, if we observe this, we can see that those IPs, it seems that the MCAs voted from the same network.
Oh, they voted from the same network?
Yes,
huh?
yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Now, let me be picturesque here. I have this gadget, right?
Yes.
This is my phone or laptop, tablet, and I want to use it to vote. I want to use this, a link has been sent to my phone to vote. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then the link has been sent, I key in on that link, it goes into a system. Is that correct?
Very correct.
That is correct, eh?
Yes.
So and senators want to know this, because some 4 MCAs say some folks voted for them. So if you have a gadget like this, and you want to access, you have accessed the system, what evidence does this gadget live in that system, which anyone can verify and say, Peter Wanyama, on this date you accessed the system using this machine?
For that, the system, as I had mentioned earlier, there's some security flaw. So in order for you to...
No, ideally in a typical system, if I'm accessing as a system,
yeah.
What will you find in the system that Peter Wanyama logged in this system? What fingerprint will you find in the system?
Usually we use MAC address, something called a MAC address, which is unique to all devices.
What you say it's a MAC address, eh?
Yes.
Again, for the benefit of all of us, what is a MAC address? What is MAC?
MAC is a media access control. That's a terminology, but it's a unique identifier in a network system that all devices in the world have different MAC addresses.
All devices have different MAC addresses.
It's unique to each device.
Okay, I think
whether a laptop or a phone or anything that communicates with the internet.
Anything that communicates with the internet has a unique address.
Yes, needs to have a
So if I am doing an audit of that system, what kind of audit do I need to do of a system to find the MAC address of the devices that access that system? What kind of an audit should I do as an expert to check that the following MCS actually used these devices to vote?
For that, as I've mentioned, you need to have the MAC address. That is one. And also, if something that can support that would be maybe if they had implemented the 2 MFA, the multi-factor authentication.
Yes.
Also would hold float somewhere. But now that one doesn't hold float to ascertain that this is the device. So without the MAC address, we can't.
Okay, maybe let me rephrase my question. For me to get the logs for containing the MAC addresses for all these 33 gadgets that accessed the KERICHO voting system, right? What kind of audit will I do of that system for me to arrive at this conclusion? A document containing the MAC addresses for all these laptops or computers or phones.
At local level, maybe because you can see the IPs, most of them voted from one place.
Yes.
So we would need also the access logs from the KERICHO County IT administrator.
The access logs, and then?
So that we can ascertain that this computer is communicated at this time.
Okay.
With these MAC addresses.
Okay, again, an important question. In the document, did you access this system yourself?
Yes, we accessed with the user account, with the shared user and username and password.
Oh, you accessed this system with the shared username and password?
Yes.
Okay. When you accessed this system, did you see this MAC, the evidence of the MAC addresses of the devices that access this system?
No, we did not see anything, and we did not see much.
Now, I want to show you, and in the documents before the county assembly, those documents that you said you reviewed when doing the audit, the logs which are there. Do you see any MAC addresses of the phones and the computers that accessed this system to vote? From the documentation that you have there, do you see the MAC addresses?
This is the time. No, we did not see any log. We did not see any log of the MAC address.
Yeah, I also want to show you a security report which has been done by an expert from the Senate. It is before the House. Do you have a copy of the security audit?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you had a look at it before you came to this plenary?
Yes.
Okay. In this document that has been submitted by a security expert from the Senate, do you see any MAC address, the logs containing the MAC addresses for all these phones and computers which were used to access this system? And in this case, several times, up to 34 times on the minimum.
Why are you interrupting the witness when giving? Yes, what is it?
You've had counsel refer to the document which the chair circulated to members. And our understanding at that time was that a witness, the owner of this expert opinion, will introduce the document, then give us an opportunity to interrogate it. And this, after he has done that, our understanding, Mr. Speaker, was that then it will put us in a position to be able to now post questions to this other expert, either to collaborate or disagree. Mr. Speaker, I believe that you consider taking that as the procedure to approach this particular evidence, because, Mr. Speaker, if we don't...
Senator Boni Karole, thank you very much for your point of order. I value you. I don't take a lot of time to understand some things. So I value, and I want to read a question not to refer to that report until it is officially in this House. The experts will be able to come and interrogate this report. Yes, Senator.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. I think you really need to give a thought to what Senator Halwale is requesting. Because fortunately in this House, we have IT experts. I am an IT expert of high standing in this country. We have Senator Kisang, we have Senator Kajwang, we have Senator Olekina and others. Mr. Speaker, we have a lot of issues to raise about the report by the expert. And if we go the way we are going, we'll end up in a situation where the lawyers are going to refer to that document in the report, and yet we have questions around that report. So I think from an expert point of view, it is important to start with the expert appointed by this House. Then the others can now follow, Mr. Speaker. That way we'll be making progress.
You
and we are
remember,
going to save on
Senator,
time.
also yesterday, the directive was given that the counsel for the governor was allowed to have this witness yesterday. And then it was again communicated by the chair that we have an independent expert. And also this morning there was a direction that was given by the speaker that after all this has been done, then the experts will come. The ICT authority experts will come and share with us. So what we are cautioning is that the witness or the counsel should not refer to this report by the experts. Yes. Senator Sifuna, 30 seconds.
You know, Speaker, the problem that I foresee is that counsel for the governor has brought his expert. What opportunity will that expert get to comment on this report, if not when he is on the stand? Because when your expert comes, they would prefer that their expert has comment on a document that is already here. Unfortunately, I was not in the House when this, just a minute, Senator Cherargei. Speaker, I was not here in the morning when this document found itself on the floor, but I'm wondering how it found itself on the floor. Because it's a document that is before us. You have seen it, I have seen it. And the witnesses
Fine, Senator Sifuna. Senator Sifuna, just a minute. You know, when the chair gives a communication like I have, which was done this morning, maybe fortunately or unfortunately, some of us were not around. And that is why now we are reversing to a decision that was made and elective given by the chair or from the chair. Here I am. So have your seat.
Okay, so just one clarification. At what point will the expert for the governor get opportunity to comment on the report that has been submitted by the experts appointed by this House?
There will be no problem having him around. There will be no problem.
You know, Chair, today is Friday. Today is Friday. And I know how low energies get on Friday. I'm a whip. But anyway, so, we'll follow your guidance.
Yes, please. No more interruptions. Proceed, Council.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I will not ask a question on the Senate's ICT report. I will ask instead, I will cross-examine that witness when he comes before.
But during when the ICT authority experts will be around, there is no problem having him around also to reason to that presentation.
I'm well guided, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much. I'm concluding, Mr. Witness. Now, earlier you said that these MAC addresses of a telephone, laptop, or desktop computer is the only evidence that is needed to ascertain that a certain person voted. How does a MAC address look like? The MAC address of any gadget, how does it look like? How does it look like, a MAC address? And when you answer that question, then go to page 29 to 30, 31, and 32 of volume 4A. And as you answer that question, you can also answer this other question. the additional question, are these MAC addresses of the laptops of the MCAs that voted?
Your first question, the MAC address looks like a serial number. It's composed of hexadecimal numbers which contain letters and numbers. Different from the IP address which you are saying, which is just contained with numbers. So from that, we cannot ascertain or we cannot see the MAC address of the devices from here.
And the second question?
I believe.
The second question, the documents that appear at page 20, volume 4A, are just for the purpose of the record, from page 29 to 32, are these MAC addresses of the gadgets?
These are not MAC addresses of the gadgets. These are IP addresses.
Maybe a corollary question. What is the difference then between the MAC address and these IP addresses that are contained in page 29, 31, 32, 33 of this volume? What is the difference? Because they are both from the system. What is the difference? Tell us.
An IP address can be shared with multiple devices. A MAC address is unique to a certain device. That's the major difference.
So look at the conclusion of your report then. That's page 39. What conclusion did you say about this platform that you reviewed, the system that you reviewed? What conclusion are you saying?
If I'm to read what's on the report, the identified vulnerabilities expose the hosting system web application to severe risks, including credential compromise, denial of service attacks, and unauthorized access.
Thank you. Maybe one last question which I wanted to clarify. It was said yesterday in the Senate that some IT officers assisted some MCAs to vote on the desk there using a computer or several computers. If they used one computer, right, to access the system, will there be a MAC address? If the access is twice, will the MAC address be the same?
Yes.
It will be the same?
Yes.
Okay. I think, Mr. Speaker, sir, that is all in examination in chief for the witness. Thank you.
Thank you, Counsel. Cross examination.
Madam Speaker, may I kindly see my remaining time because I need to manage it? The screen is not facing me.
Can you reverse for him to see the remaining time? It's 18
Thank you.
minutes.
Let me do the best I can within that time limit, then we'll take further direction. Okwon Job Oguya, that's your name, correct?
Yes.
Do you know a person called Weldon Kipiegon Langat? You know, either you do or you don't.
I believe I know.
Knowledge of somebody is not belief.
Yes.
Either you know somebody or do you know somebody called Weldon Kipiegon Langat?
Yes.
How well do you know him?
Not so well. We just met. We met yesterday.
Mr. Oguya, we'll need to start on an honest note. How well do you know Weldon Kipiegon Langat?
Not very well.
Just put your mouth on the microphone and address the speaker directly. How well do you know Weldon Kipiegon Langat?
Not very well.
For how long have you known him?
Just this week.
You knew him just this week?
Yes.
When he was contracting you to sign this report?
Okay. For purposes of...
No, you knew him when he was contracting you to sign this report. True or not true?
I physically...
Witness, can you please answer the question?
I physically knew him when this week. But
I'm saying you knew him when he was contracting you to sign this report. That is a very critical question because you are dealing with a professional. You knew him when he was contracting you to sign this report. True or not true?
True.
Truth is, Weldon Kipyegon report, Langat prepared this report and got you to sign it. True or not true?
Not true.
I'm saying the truth is, Weldon Kipyegon Langat prepared this report and procured you to put your signature on it. Please reflect on that question and answer.
No.
What interaction did you have with Weldon Kipyegon Langat this week?
There was no solid interaction with him.
Give us the liquid or gaseous one.
I believe it was just on the system check.
What about the system check? Because that's the critical question keeping these senators here today. What about it?
That was, as a team of IT experts, it's just to hit the wall and find out somebody's observance of the system.
You observed this system with him?
No, we observed.
So what interaction did you have with the Weldon Kipyegon Langat? That is my simple and straightforward question.
As I've said, the interaction was just on maybe name basis.
It can't be maybe. You knew Weldon Langat this week. You had a specific interaction with him. What interaction did you have with him?
And as I've said, it was more of just observation of the system, but no more details, in-depth details.
Tell us what exactly that entailed, that more of observation. What particulars, what did you do with him regarding the system?
For us on our side, we just shared what we had observed, but we did not get information from him.
I've told you earlier, Weldon Kipyegon Langat, the one who contracted to sign this report, you have denied.
The report was made by us.
I've said he's the one who contracted to sign this report, you have denied. What interaction did you have with Weldon Kipyegon Langat? And remember always, I only ask questions whose answers I know. So proceed. What interaction did you have with Weldon Kipyegon Langat?
And that's why I've said we didn't have, that is the only thing that we interacted.
I don't even know what it is. So now state it. What is it? I want to understand what it is.
That is observation of the system. That's observation of...
Okay, tell us what observation of the system entails, the particulars of observation of the system.
That is, if it's secure.
You interacted with Weldon Kipyegon Langat regarding if the system is secure?
Yeah.
What were his observations?
On his side, I don't believe...
What were his observations on that issue?
I can't recall I can't recall his answer.
Sorry, Mr. Job Oguya, you are an adult. Yes?
Yes.
Let's admit what we can, deny what we can, but within parameters of truth. You interacted with Weldon Kipyegon Langat this week. The first aspect of interaction was observation if this system is secure. Is that what you've told these senators? Is that what you've told these senators?
Yes, that's after our report.
What were his observations regarding the security of the system?
I can't recall. I can't recall what.
You discussed with Weldon Kipyegon Langat regarding this system that keeps these senators here, and you can't remember anything about his observations. Yes?
Yes, because we did.
No, not because. You interacted with Weldon Kipyegon Langat this week regarding this system that is at the center of this motion, and you can't remember anything he said about it. Is that your statement?
Yes.
The only business that brought you and Weldon Kipyegon Langat this week was this system. Did you have any other business?
No.
This is the only agenda that brought you together with Weldon, this system. Correct?
Correct.
And you have forgotten everything that Weldon Kipyegon Langat told you regarding this singular agenda, isn't it?
Maybe you can get together because of a certain.
I'm not seeking hypothesis. I'm seeking facts. You interacted with Weldon Kipyegon Langat for a single agenda, being this system, this week. And you have forgotten everything he told you about that agenda. True or not true?
That is true.
The truth being you have forgotten everything.
Not that I've forgotten anything.
The truth being?
The truth being that we just observed and we did not go.
That's a different question. Yes. I am saying, I've asked you, what were the observations of Weldon Kipyegon Langat regarding the security of this system? You have said.
What's your point of order, Senator Dancer?
I think we have observed that the question has been repeated several times. Mr. Speaker, that is called badgering a witness. A witness can say, I know, or I don't know, or I don't remember, and you move to the next question. Mr. Speaker, we are not going to spend the afternoon here listening to the same question repeated several times. We must make progress. We must make progress. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Mugatana, let's allow the witness to answer the question and we proceed. So Senator Mugatana, you overruled that let the witness proceed to answer the question. Ask the question, witness. Don't interrupt, honorable senators. Let's proceed on. We save time. Proceed, witness.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Counsel, please advance your conversation or interrogation with the witness.
My apologies, Madam Speaker, if I appear to have badgered the witness. It's not in my nature to do that, but let me point out. Job Oguya, I have sought to know what aspects of this system you discussed with Weldon Kipyegon Langat. You have told me you discussed the security of this system. Is that the correct position?
Yes.
I have sought to know what the views, the observations of Weldon Kipyegon Langat were regarding the security of this system this week.
Maybe ask again. I've not got your
question. Counsel, please advance your questions. There are certain answers given by this witness.
Thank you.
Advance your question.
Thank you.
I know
let me now move to the clincher. You know that Weldon Kipyegon Langat is the ICT advisor at the governor's office in Kericho County. Do you know that?
No, I don't know.
When you met Weldon Kipyegon Langat, he told you where does he work? What does he do for a living?
We did not exchange those pleasantries.
So you are interacting with him regarding this system as who? What was his capacity as you interacted with him?
This system, we are interacting with various people within the team.
No. Just answer my question. Regarding Weldon Kipyegon Langat, you interacted with him in his capacity as who?
Frankly, we don't know his capacity.
You met a stranger whose capacity you don't know and began discussing with him this system. Is that the correct position?
Yes, but he wasn't a
Thank you.
stranger.
Let me make progress.
Yes.
Let's now go to the substance of your report. Your report is at volume 5 of the governor's document from page 29 to page 37. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
But then let me pause back a little, Madam Speaker. Not go there. Let me put some question first. Who contracted you as a professional to do this report? Who was your client in preparing this report?
This was we were brought in by the lawyers.
Who was your client? You know, a client is somebody who is known. Lawyer is a generic word. Who was your client? Who is paying your fees? Who is your client?
It's the governor's team, which includes the lawyers and the consultants.
Did you talk to a particular person to do this work, a particular human being by name? Did a particular person contract you? Or was the letter signed by a particular person?
Please repeat.
Counsel, you know that question is answered. He's given you the team that contracted him. Please move on to next question. Advance.
Madam Speaker, my apologies. The question of the lawyers has been answered, and now I know which lawyer by name. It's a different question.
Proceed.
Thank you. Give us the name of the lawyer who contracted you.
This was, I believe, we were. You know, it's we. It was, I believe, it was Peter.
Give us the full name of the lawyer, kindly. I don't know a lawyer by generic name Peter. What's the full name of the lawyer?
Peter Wanyama.
Peter Wanyama is the one who contracted you.
Who contacted us? Yes.
Let me go to that report now, in the interest of time. In your presentation before the Senate, you have made comments on the IP addresses from pages 29 to page 33 of volume 4A. Do you remember making those observations?
Yes.
Mr. Carter, a witness may need his bundle. My apologies. Volume 4A. Yes. You have made observations on the IP addresses at pages 29 to 33. You remember that?
Yes. Yes.
Let's go to your report. Which part of your report addresses those IP addresses? Give us a page number in your volume 5.
Counsels, can you assist your witness to open the pages so that we save on time?
Volume 4A, I asked now the part of his report. His report runs from, in volume 5, my apologies, from page 29 all the way to page 39. I want him to point us to the part of that report that addresses the issue of these IP addresses.
Things,
Madam Speaker, I just wish to make an observation that the witness is taking so much time to answer my question. My time is running out.
It's not captured.
These things you have been telling us here about these IP addresses are nowhere in your report.
Then they're not captured directly on the report.
Now, I want to know whether they are indirectly captured. Where? Which part of the report indirectly captures them?
Witness, can you answer the question?
It's not there.
Sorry?
It's not captured.
Oh, it is not even indirectly captured. Let me move. You have also talked about mark.
Counsel, you have a balance of 2 minutes to finish your cross-examination. Proceed.
Thank you. Let me deal with the time as remaining. I'll deal with that issue when the time runs out, because you've seen how the witness behaves with me. You have also talked about the issue of MAC addresses in the course of your evidence in chief. You remember that?
Yes.
Which part of your report addresses the issue of MAC addresses? Give us the page number.
There's no report on that on this report.
In summary, so that I close over that issue, you have testified on matters outside your report this afternoon. True or not true?
That is some of the matters. That is true.
Sorry, I didn't get the answer.
For some of the matters, that is true.
Thank you. Let me make progress. Allow me, and I'm really strained for time now, but allow me to do the best I can with that. Let us go to the recommendations at page 39. The recommendations at page 39 of the report. What is your first bullet recommendation on security best practices?
Use HTTPS, TLS everywhere.
Use HTTPS, TLS everywhere. That's your recommendation.
Yes.
One of the resource material you used to make this report was the affidavit of Alfred, the ICT expert from the Assembly. True or not true?
Please repeat.
You told this Senate that one of the material you were given was the affidavit of Alfred, the ICT expert from the Assembly. You remember that?
Yes.
I want to show you, in the interest of time, my own copy of that affidavit. Madam Speaker, for the record, I'm showing the witness the Assembly's volume 2 at page 84, in particular, paragraph 28. Please confirm that the address is HTTPS, then the other particulars follow.
Yes, I can confirm.
So you are recommending to them to do that which they are already doing at that bullet point?
Counsel, your time is up. I'll allow the witness to answer that question.
Let me just answer
proceed
that.
On.
This is a general recommendation. When I say security best practices, look at security best practices.
My question is different, that recommendation is already in place. That recommendation is already in place.
That recommendation is already in place, but that is security. That's a general security best practices, which you need to take in place.
Madam Speaker, may I now formally request for some additional time? I'll request for 20 more minutes because of the time that I've taken with this witness. We've not had a habit of wasting any time. We've been victims of just time itself and the witnesses.
Council, 20 minutes. We are constrained on time, so I'll give you 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Let me see what I can do with 5 minutes. I want you to look at your recommendation at page 33 of volume 5. I'm looking at recommendation bullet point 3. Application firewall rules blocking SQLI XSS. Using that?
Yes.
What firewall is applicable to this system you reviewed?
For this, you usually have a...
No, not usually. The one you reviewed. You are examining the county assembly's system. What firewall is it using?
We did not find any firewall.
Are you saying the system was completely without firewalls?
We are not privy to that information.
I need to get the direct answer. Are you saying you did not find any firewalls because you never accessed it, or you accessed it and found it had no firewalls?
Please repeat, please.
Are you saying the system had completely no firewalls because you never accessed it, or you accessed it and found it had no firewalls?
We accessed it and found that it don't have a comprehensive firewall.
No, the word comprehensive firewalls and no firewalls in my lay language will be different. Is it the same thing?
No.
So I'm asking, what firewall did you find in the system?
I believe the basic firewall system, which very...
You know, you've given us here names of firewalls, SQLI, XXX, you know that? Which one did you find? Those as a name.
Sorry, maybe you misunderstood. These are firewall rules. This is not the type of firewall.
Yes, which firewall rules are applicable to this system? It has a name. Which firewall rules, in fact, apply to this system that is used at KERICHO County Assembly? It has a name.
There are many firewall rules which should be implemented.
You are investigating a particular system, Mr. Witness. Which firewall rules did you find in this one?
For this one were basic rules that you couldn't access the backend. There's something called the backend.
There is a type of firewall called basic firewall rules, as its official name.
Yes.
Its name is basic firewall rules.
It's a basic firewall, not basic firewall rules. It's a basic.
Do you know of a firewall called fail to ban firewall rules?
I'm not aware of that firewall.
So let me ask, Mr. Job, are you in fact an ICT expert? As a matter of fact.
Yes.
Thank you. Did you breach this system yourself?
In terms, we did not breach because we do not have we are not given the authority to do the same, but we managed to find vulnerabilities in the system.
Did you penetrate this system yourself?
We did not penetrate fully.
When did you access this system, Mr. Oguya? When did you access the system itself?
We officially accessed it when we officially did the audit on 27th.
So that when we get an independent expert report, it will show the logs of your access to the system.
That's why I've said we did not access, we don't penetrate.
I thought you just told me you accessed this system on 27th. So you audited a system you didn't access?
Oh, okay. Allow me to rephrase that. We accessed the system with the credentials provided on that 27th, with the user credentials which we found on that 27th.
Which credentials do you use? Give us the particulars.
The particular credential was, maybe I can just get it. IP. Let me just 1 minute.
Council, time is up. He's only going to give you the credentials they used.
Maybe I can read it out. 20. Should I read it out?
Just read it out.
Proceed.
2017 0083351, and the password was 248785352.
When you accessed, what were you able to do in the system?
Nothing much. We just observed, and we tried maybe to change the password or to set a password which did not have those options.
Sorry?
We tried to see if it can change a password or set your password.
And that inability shows a security system. Your inability to change a password shows a security system in place.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. I'll leave the rest of the issue of credibility to your own observations. My time is spent. I thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Re-exam.
Just a few questions, Madam Speaker. Mr. Oya, you say you asked a question and about Weldon Kipyegon Lagat. Do you know Weldon Kipyegon Lagat?
Yes.
And when did you meet him?
We met this week.
You met this week, eh?
Yes.
Where?
Here.
You met here?
Yes.
Okay. You met him in the presence of who? Who else did you meet?
The governor's team.
The governor's team,
which
okay.
Also.
When meeting him and the governor's team, did you find out where everyone from the governor's team worked? Their credentials, titles?
No.
Okay. Did Weldon Koril assist you to prepare this report?
No.
Who assisted you to prepare the report?
My colleague.
Maybe for the sake of the record, what's the name of the colleague?
Bruce Onyango.
Bruce Onyango.
Yes.
Okay. There is a fundamental question you asked about the logs, which are there in volume 4A. Volume 4A, the logs. You are asked whether you have mentioned these logs, which appear at page 30. What page is that?
Page 20. Page 29.
Of volume?
Of volume.
So you ask a specific question, whether you have you have mentioned these logs in your report. Look at paragraph 7 of your affidavit. Can you read paragraph 7 of your affidavit to the Senate, please?
I was requested to analyze the extracts of the system audit logs which are contained in volume 4A of the County Assembly documents.
Are those the logs that you said you analyzed, the logs in volume 4A?
Yes.
Okay. Look at page 35 of your report. Can you read paragraph 261, the first bullet?
Data privacy and protection frameworks require strict separation of voter identity from ballot choice. From the logs provided, we can know who voted.
Okay. Have you mentioned the word logs? Are these the logs that you say you referred to?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in preparing your entire report, again, you've been asked this question, in preparing your entire report, what was the primary document that you used to make all these conclusions that are contained in your report? What was the primary document?
The primary document was the system architecture.
The system architecture?
Yes.
Okay. By the way, for the avoidance of doubt, when you logged in using those credentials that you said, did you see the logs in the system as an expert?
No.
Why?
Because the user did not have those rights, you see.
Okay, the user right cannot access
Yes.
the logs. Eh?
Yes.
So you relied on the logs which were already supplied to you?
Yes.
Okay. There is this issue of the MAC addresses. Again, you asked a question whether you have mentioned in your report the MAC addresses. To your own knowledge, do you know what MAC addresses are? If you ask me as a lawyer, what is a constitution, I'll simply pick it out and show it to you. And then there'll be no doubt about it. So to your own knowledge as an IT expert, do you know what MAC addresses are?
Yes.
So from the documentations that you analyzed, the logs that are in front of you, do you see any item that looks like a MAC address of a computer or a phone or a laptop?
No.
Was that the basis of your conclusion about MAC references to MAC addresses?
Yes.
Who contracted you? You asked a question that someone contracted you.
Yes, as I mentioned, it was the governance team led by
How many lawyers were in the governance team that you were working with? Did I just count how many lawyers?
I believe the ones I know around 7, 8.
Around 7,
8, yeah.
Okay. Have they paid your fees? Madam Speaker, that is the last question to the witness.
Are you sure you want to discuss the fees in the course of those questions? I think we can now proceed on with the senators who want to interrogate this witness, and want to start with Senator Samson Chiralike. Please ask a direct question. Don't take more than 1 minute so that we can finalize with this witness.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. I've seen in your affidavit, did you check the system itself, or you did only analysis of the logs? And number 2, Madam Speaker, in your assessment, were you able to visit Kericho County Assembly? And finally, I've seen in your report, you have not indicated whether the system was compromised or not. Can you clarify on your recommendations and conclusion? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Pesato Mujenda, we'll take a few questions and then you respond to them together.
Mr. Witness, you have referred to the system created, and I want you to clarify a thing. Number 1, was the system tamper-proof? Number 2, could a third party, is it possible to know whether a third party voted for a member from the analysis of the system?
Senator Danson Mungatana.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. May the witness tell us, From what I have listened to, Madam Speaker, the witness only pointed out to the absence of multi-factor authentication, lack of Cloudflare, exposure of passwords, use of the COKE instead of a GOKE, the general risks. But he has not told us whether there was a specific breach, a specific, if I tell you to do a risk assessment of my office or my house, you should be able to tell me that on this particular day, this person, or it was seen from the system that this person did this. So I want the witness to tell us, did he observe whether actually somebody voted for another person? That's what we are looking for, because the report is so general. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Wakoli, and then you respond to those questions, and we move to the next segment. Senator Wakoli has dropped to Senator Okenyuri Esi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would wish to know from the IT expert on whether he has capacity so that we can have georeferencing, so that we see if each individual who was voting virtually matches with the places where they were in, so that we do not have a case of a voter who voted virtually but in Bomet. Secondly, how do you prove that the 4 votes that were emanating from the same IP address are not from different devices or same devices? And finally, are you able to check on the authenticity of the static IP address? Thank you.
Can you proceed, witness, to respond to those queries?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'll respond to the questions raised. I start with the last. This is the check of authenticity of the public IP address. What usually happens, the authenticity of a public IP address is owned by the ISP provider. So the authenticity of the public IP address is correct. You can get the authenticity of the public IP address from the logs, because you cannot have your own public IP address. It has to be registered via the internet provider. Then the other question you had raised is if the same IP address which voted for the same IP address which was used for 4 votes, that is able, because if you are in the same network, we say you connect to the Parliament wireless, all of you will have the same IP address. So that is correct. 4 votes can have the same IP address. The risks that were raised, that somebody can vote for another, definitely this one was captured in the report, because as I shared, the passwords, the username and passwords were shared in IT terms, we call it clear text. They weren't encrypted when they were shared to the users, and everyone knew that to access this system, either you need your IDPP number and the username and the ID number to access it. So everyone had the protocol that is needed to access. So anyone could access somebody else's account. Because I know, if for me I know my ID number is this, definitely my fellow MCA ID number, definitely I'm privy to this. I can get his information from maybe a database which is provided somewhere. So we saw that as a major risk, which we highlighted it on the report. For that, we because of the lack of the MAC address which we have been talking about, we cannot know which individual device or who accessed it. I think that would answer also the question on the whether a third party voted for the system, which is very much possible because this system is not hosted at the KERICHO County ICT departments, it's hosted outside as per the report. It's hosted in Germany. So anyone with a link and anyone with the credentials of an MCA would be able to access it. That one also answers the question on if the system was if the system was standard-proof in terms of it was compromised because of the sharing of the same usernames and passwords, or a certain criteria is being used, which everyone knows. For Senator Cherga, I did not visit the county assembly because in this digital world, everything is online, the networks have been connected, and the system, we did not see the need of going there because the system is not hosted in their premises. Yes, I believe.
Senator Olekina Ledama.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I have a few questions for these IT experts. First of all, let me congratulate you for really selling yourself in 30 pages of giving your credential in the key audit in your report. I was trying to find exactly what it is that you're auditing, but I couldn't find. But I'll go specifically to my questions. And my questions are as follows. 1, are you a certified white hacker or ethical hacker? A white hacker is the same as ethical hacker. That's question number 1. Number 2, the counsel for the governor asked you a question, which was also asked by the county assembly attorney, whether or what is a MAC address. So I wish you could be able to explain to us what is a MAC address clearly. And then the next question that I want to hear from you giving us a clear answer is, since the title of your report, and I'll go to page 30, is it 30 or maybe 29? It says Cyber Security Audit KERICHO County Assembly Voting System, cyber security. So what I would like to know from you is which cryptographic keys did you use to be able to audit the system? Because I've gone through what you presented here, and these are basic things that anyone can get who understands internet, who is, in terms of who owns the domain. But really, I think if you are to audit, you're either a certified ethical hacker or who can be able to use cryptographic keys to be able to give us. But I have not seen any of those. These are quite basic things. And then finally is, my question, my time is over.
Senator Okech Eddy.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Expert, on page 32 of your affidavit, you have indicated here your primary objectives of this audit exercise. And I'm drawn to the biggest one here, which is to ensure the integrity and confidentiality of voter data. And because this Senate might not have as many experts as you are, what I was expecting from you is a proper audit trail. A proper audit trail of what is the event log of what actually happened. I'm looking at your entire affidavit here. I don't have any single element of event logs of really what happened. I want you to tell me in simple terms, because whatever you have here is a prescription of any system that you can do on a secondary level. You can do this work on a secondary level. I can look at a system and say this system has got lacks these features, or this system does not have these security features. You can say that. But what we're looking for here is an element of accountability and transparency that can be able to show us that in the event log of what transpired in the voting time of 11 minutes, this is my audit trail. So my question to you is, where can we find your audit trail of this system that can show us event log of exactly what transpired? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Otsotsi, to close the number of questions, then we go for 3 on this side.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I just want to clarify a matter. When the expert was confronted with a question to distinguish between a MAC address and IP address, I think there was some confusion there, because a MAC address is supposed to be that unique identifier that identifies. Let me process my question. Let me process my question. That identifies a device on a network.
Can you avoid answering for the witness? You just pose the question or seek the clarification so that you give them the benefit of answering that question.
Oh, very well, very well. But let me go now to the point. An IP address, in my own understanding, my 25 years of practice, is that unique identification that identifies a device on the internet. For example, Madam Speaker, when you have your phone and you want to transact on the internet, that unique number that identifies you on the internet is the IP address. I want to pose a question based on the contents of County Assembly documents, volume 4A, on page 30. There is a particular IP address 41.139.237.2.129. It has been used, Madam Speaker, 9 times. And I want to believe maybe it's because we had that one particular computer that the MCAs were using to vote. That could be the explanation. But
Don't speculate. Can you pose the question to the witness?
Okay. Madam Speaker, you know, in this house we have a diversity of professions. And in this particular one, I have a responsibility to guide this house, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I would like to know whether the ICT expert did an IP lookup. We have something called an IP lookup, where you can determine the physical location of a device on the internet. It will tell you the geographical location.
Very well. I think your question is posed. I will give the witness time to respond to those questions. Proceed, witness.
Oh,
Proceed. We are coming to 3 questions on the majority side.
Okay. I'll start with the last in. So you talked about the MAC address. Yes, the MAC address is a unique number which each device, whether a phone or laptop has. And you had mentioned something called the IP address. This one, subject matter 41.139.237.129. We did a search on it, and we found it's registered under Safaricom Limited. Yes, and as you said, this IP address can be used by multiple devices. As I mentioned earlier, if all of us connect to the same Wi-Fi here at Parliament, all of us will have the same IP address going out. So all the devices within the House will have, within the Senate will have the same IP addresses. I think that one can answer that. Then
Speak into the microphone so that your voice does not fade away.
Okay, sorry. Then the issue on the logs which were not, the logs which were not captured, the audit trail and the transparency. Our mandate for this exercise was to test the high level security of the system. As I mentioned, we did not enter the administrator account and we did not have access to it. So those audit trails and the audit trails which were to be provided, we did not have access to it. For the method or the methodology we used to audit the system, we relied on the basics. As you have mentioned, the report is basic. You know, if something is basic and you understand, it means the person did a very good work. Because if you used technical terminologies, most of you would have said this thing is very hard to understand. And that's why we made it. The best teachers are the ones who simplify things. And that is the reason why you find it very basic. About being a certified white hacker, no, I don't possess that certification, but I possess the experience.
Are you done with the responses?
Yes.
He has answered. He did not respond to your question, Senator Osotsi.
My question was whether the expert did an IP lookup on those IP addresses.
Answer that question.
Because the IP lookup will give you the physical location of the device.
Witness, that's a crucial question. Can you answer that question?
Yes, I had answered it. I believe maybe you are communicating with your fellow senators. The IP mentioned, the 41.139.237.129, is registered under Safaricom Limited.
Where was the physical location? That's what the senator asked you. Where was the physical location of that device?
Maybe I can just give the physical location just now because this is publicly available information. Yes, but it's registered under Safaricom Limited.
Will you proceed on to the next set of questions? Senator Kisang and Senator Joyce, in that order.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I had wanted to find out from the witness if he was an ethical hacker, and he has said he's not, but because he has the knowledge and you are contracted to check the security of this particular system, you said you tried to penetrate, but you are unable to do. So are you telling this house that the system is very secure? Secondly, Madam Speaker, is what my colleague has said. You know, when you are given a job, even if you do a basic report in basic English, there are things that you are supposed to have delivered. Where the terms of reference, because this is what would have assisted Senate to make a decision. But the witness has not helped us because he would have listed at least a few of those IP addresses, especially the one that was used by 9 members to say this particular IP address was the laptop that was in the county assembly. But he has not done it because some of us, we have basically checked here, a few of them, they are far away from Kericho. So we expected him to highlight so that at least it will aid us in making a decision.
Senator Joyce?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. Mine is just to ask the expert to tell this House if the SMS sent to the MCAs could be transferred to any other person to forward on their behalf. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Boni Halwale.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Mr. Kwon, you know why you came here? It's because we want an expert like you to differentiate between the governor's side and the county assembly side who is telling us the truth. The county assembly is telling us 33 people voted on that system you have audited. And the governor is telling us, no, they could not have been 33 because 18 of them were supporting us. So can you now tell us, during your audit, how many MCAs voted. Once you answer that, how many voted?
Can you respond to those questions, witness?
Okay, maybe I'll start with the first one in this time. We did not, our mandate and legal mandate wasn't to penetrate the system. Our mandate was to check for vulnerabilities on the public-facing side, things which the public-facing meaning anyone can access. So we did not penetrate. If we would penetrate, this would be a different case altogether, because that would be intrusion, and it would be legally, it would be a legal issue at the moment. So we did not penetrate. We only penetrate if we are given authority. Then the issue on the SMS, if it can be transferred to somebody else. As I mentioned earlier, the username and the password are a specific criteria. It's your ID and something else. So definitely, if somebody knows your ID and IDP number, they'll be able to access the system, even not necessarily the SMS. But the SMS also can be sent to another number, forwarded. For the audit trail in terms of how many MCAs voted, as I've mentioned, our mandate was to check on the public-facing side, the security, and in terms of this, how many MCAs had voted, we could see from the system, from the printouts on the extracts, we could see that the MCAs who voted were 33, and the others who did not vote, the numbers were nil. But this doesn't constitute that it was in fact a certain MCA who voted, because as I've mentioned, these username and passwords are known by everyone. Each and every MCA might have known, or they know. Even the IT person, because he's the person who created, might have known. So we can't ascertain that these MCAs voted who voted as per the system without the MAC address, which is a big contention.
Thank you. Senator Wambua Enoch, followed by Senator Beatrice Akinyi Ogola.
Thank you. Madam Speaker, you know, the expert was supposed to help us deal with the problem with the system. I am not sure he is really helping us. Because the thing that Senator Ososi is saying, and this is what I want to repeat, the lookup is a very simple thing to do. It's a search. And you have IP addresses listed there. The easiest thing for him to do, and Madam Speaker, if you allow, we can also do it here now, is to just log in and find out when that device was used, where it was used, the exact location. It would have been so easy for us to make that determination. The rest of the things that the expert is telling us, Madam Speaker, may be things that we will struggle to make a decision based on the information that is giving us. Why is it so difficult to link every vote to a gadget? Just link every vote to a gadget. This vote came from this gadget. This gadget was in Nairobi. This other one was in Bungoma. It's simple as that, Madam Speaker. I thank you.
Thank you. Senator Beatrice, you've taken out your name. Senator Okoit Omutata.
Madam Speaker, sitting where I'm sitting, I'm unable to answer the question. There's a case before us. And the case before us is a contention on whether the threshold for voting was met. And Assembly produced logs showing that 33 people voted. For me, what I expected from the expert was not to discuss the securities or whatever of the system that was set up. It is not the credibility of the system that is before me. Before me is the question, was the threshold met in the Assembly? How many people voted? And so I'm not seeing that question being answered. I'm not being helped to answer that question. Instead, we have entered into a very academic exercise of discussing things my friend Ladama calls crypto whatever, cryptocurrencies or something. So I really request that we be helped to answer the question, how many people voted? And I wanted an audit of the 33 logs to tell us that either they are valid or they are invalid. I've sat here from morning, that question is not being answered.
Thank you, Senator Okoit. We'll give the witness a chance to respond to those questions, and we will have, and to be very brief, and we'll have the final round of questions before we close with this witness. Proceed and take the shortest time possible. Let's proceed to answer to those queries.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'll start with the mention of the persons who voted. The system itself doesn't keep record of something called a MAC address, which we have been discussing. So without this, we won't be able to know which device voted. Because, as I've said, the username and password are already shared. They were predetermined. Everyone knew. You will know somebody's ID and somebody's password. So anyone can use your ID beforehand to vote yes. That's what I'm saying. So doing an audit or an audit trail of that without the MAC address, we wouldn't know which device voted. In line, the IP address which has been mentioned, the IP address doesn't give the exact device because many devices share the same IP address, as I've been mentioning. If you are in one place and you're using the same network, the IP address will be the same. So this IP address, even if you can look at the IP which I mentioned, the 41.139.237, it is in multiple. There are 8 instances it voted. It means these people were in the same place or they were using the same network. Yeah, but you wouldn't know if it was actually him who voted with his device. That is the biggest downfall of the system. It needed to have audit trails in terms of MAC addresses and know, is it you or is it your device that entered? All this would have been bashed out if simple mechanisms or basic things that we had recommended or have been recommended, like two-factor authentication, which when you log in sends that notification to your phone again for you to confirm. We wouldn't be having this case now, which is being mentioned.
Senator Alan Chesang, followed by Senator Tabitha Keroche and Senator Mariam. That's the last round of this question.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think my first question was asked by my colleague, Senator Kisang, whereby the IT expert, my question was to ask the IT expert if he thinks this system was secure or not. And if so, maybe he should tell us if was he able to detect whether any unauthorized person who may have accessed the device, maybe to vote, apart from the MCS who were there. Thank you, Speaker.
Senator Tabitha.
Thank you, Speaker. I want to ask the witness, the ICT expert, because I know the Kenyans are following this, and they are very key to ensure that there is transparency in whatever we are doing. There is a narrative, maybe the lack of better word, narrative that has been driven by my friend, Kanso Ongoya. Because I remember there is the speaker said that we needed independent ICT experts from ICT Kenya, and the governor to bring his own expert to ask these questions. But the narrative is as if you drafted this document and your own document. So I think we need to know whether you drafted the two documents, because people will be asking the objective. The objective is this report. How objective is this report? I think that's how people will be asking. I'm not an IT expert, but I'm just looking at that and asking if you drafted this report and yours, and then you are the governor's IT expert. I think that many questions you're being asked. Do you know Weldon? It's called Weldon. Many questions about Weldon. So I think that's what the Kenyans now are asking, I think, and me being one.
I think the question is stated, Senator Tabitha. Senator Mariam.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My question is to Mr. Expert on the issue of the audit report you have given out. It is very narrow. It is not detailed as such. But my question is, and we have heard from MCAs, so many MCAs that they are undermining the systems. As an expert, and you did an audit of the system, do you recommend that system to be used in anywhere, or in even the county executives and county assembly? Thank you.
Senator Christo Asige, I will let you ask the question as the final senator who is asking this witness.
Thank you very much, Speaker. You know, Speaker, we've spent over an hour listening to a painfully long examiner-in-chief, Cross and Aree, only to find out at the end by the witness that really he cannot prove nor disprove the question that is being put to this House. And so it feels like we shouldn't really lay our frustrations onto the witness, but perhaps we should ask the council and its team, why did you then bring this witness? Why did you put him through all that work if you cannot prove nor disprove your case? In any case, my question is to the witness, can you at least, if you can do nothing else to help us, can you at least tell us the IP addresses, where are the locations of these IP addresses? You've told us who it belongs to, Safaricom, which belong to 9 of those in your report, but where exactly, what is the location in the country which they are attached to, along with all the rest which are not the Safaricom one? Locations. Thank you.
So witness, you'll answer that, and then counsel who procured you will answer the final question from Senator Christoph. And then we'll call it a day on this witness.
Okay, thank you, Madam Speaker. Yes, let me deal with the frustration first in terms of the IP addresses, if we can locate them. As I've said, we are able to locate these IP addresses, and I've mentioned the IP address and know who was given this IP address by Safaricom. That can be done. For some of the IP addresses on this list, maybe for the IT experts or the people with IT experience, there's something called the IP version 4 addresses. And the IP version 4 addresses have been used, they have been overused, and they are no longer available. So there's something that ISP providers use, which is called a shared IP space. Because we have exhausted all IP version 4 addresses up to now. That's why you can see on page 30, there's an IP address starting with 105.161. That 105.161 can be used by multiple ISPs in terms of Safaricom, in terms of Liquid Telecom, in terms of 190, because we have exhausted all these IP4 addresses. So traceability also of these addresses is not as simple for these ones which are starting with 105, because they are in a shared IP address range. But the ones which are starting with 41, those ones we know, as we have checked, they are in Kericho County from the ping which I've just done now. Yes.
Let him finish his responses.
Then about the recommendation of the system, at the current, the way it is built currently, and the mechanisms or the protocols or the framework it has, I wouldn't recommend the system to be used by anyone until the upgrades or updates are aligned to best security prices, best security practices. I wouldn't recommend at the moment to be used, because if the system, I wouldn't be here. If it was good, I wouldn't be here. Then unauthorized person accessing the system, that is true. We can't, to be frank, the system doesn't allow you to know if it's an unauthorized person, because, as I said, the credentials were already shared and everyone knew the credentials. So me, I can access that system wherever, even I can be in Kericho and access, but we wouldn't know if somebody used my credentials to access my portal, because there's no security protocols in terms of to MFA, which would send a notification to your message so that you approve the access. Then also the unauthorized personnel to access the system is very, 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 very key, because I believe from the report which was printed, it's in black and white. There is on page, maybe I can just take you on page, just 1 minute. On page 34, there is figure 1.2, written or exposed password. This is more of the technical requirement which we did on security, apart from the basic recommendations. This one, if maybe it was printed in colored, you would have seen that the passwords are exposed. Once somebody logs in, somebody who's using your computer can come back and see your passwords. So that is also a technical and cybersecurity risk for that. For the drafted, I'm just trying to answer the question if the system was secure. I don't believe the system was secure, even from this expose on figure 1.2, which mentions the exposed passwords. And that is already a very major flaw on that system.
Thank you. Senator Sotsi, you have an issue of intervention. What is that?
Madam Speaker, I said earlier on that the benefit that we have in this House is that we have diverse profession in this House. I happen to be one of those profession in the ICT industry, and I cannot sit here listening to information that is misleading. I do not want to contradict him any further, but I would request this House take 1 or 2 minutes to do a simple task that is called an IP lookup, just to determine what is the physical location of this IP address 41 dot something that was used 9 times.
Let me guide
Madam
you.
Speaker, that will really help this
Can I
House.
guide you, Senator Osotsi? Ask the witness to do that, because he's the only one who can respond to that question. Give a specific IP address. Let him look up and give you an answer. himself, because the House is not giving evidence, it's the witness.
Speaker, I had asked this
Give
question
him a specific one.
I had asked this question earlier, that IP address.
I'm guiding you so that you get what you are looking for, because you cannot give evidence from the Senate.
Yes.
You have an intervention. Let's
I'm
finish
already
with
on
Senator
intervention,
Sotsi.
Madam Speaker.
Let's finish with
The
Senator
IP
Sotsi.
address 41.139.
Witness, can you take it up and look it up and give an answer right away to the House on where that IP address leads you?
41.139.237.129. We can do a 1 minute lookup, and I can guide this House further on that, how that can be done. So, I'm already on intervention.
Allow Senator Osotsi to finalize with his intervention.
So I would
Let's
like
have
the
some
IT.
order.
I like the
Senator
IT.
Eddie, wait.
I like the IT people to.
He's on a point of intervention. Senator Joyce, you wait. Just
I would like the
wait
IT
until he
people.
finalizes that exercise.
I would like the IT people to give us a screen, maybe to go to the internet, and then I will demonstrate that.
You can, the
I'm
witness.
on a point of order.
Senator Osotsi,
Why?
can you follow the guidance of the chair? I have guided you correctly. Give that IP address to the witness who can give evidence before this House. You cannot give the evidence yourself. We want to hear what his response is. You can always cross-check before you vote, so that it guides your vote.
Very well, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I was saying that because the expert will need the assistance of the IT room. They have to display that on the screen.
No, witness, we are able to counter-check when we recess to before the vote. Witness, can you respond to where that IP address takes you?
The IP address in question is the 41.139.237. This one is registered under Safaricom Limited, and its description is for Convergence Services, Coast Limited, and but the person, the owner is Safaricom Limited and Safaricom House. The person in question is John Muita.
The location? That's what he asked you.
From the public available information, from the public available information, there is no location for that. It mentions Kenya, Nairobi as the domain admin.
Eddie?
Madam Speaker, with a lot of respect, Madam Speaker, I think we are sitting here as a quasi jury. We cannot now take even though we have many ICT experts here, even some of us know ICT, but I think that what we are attempting to do, I wanted to urge you, Madam Speaker, perhaps you can guide that a senator can do that in their submission, because they will have a submission time when they'll be making sense of this here. But as a matter of procedure, you ruled yesterday on that chair that we are going to have an ICT expert who would then give us another report. So even if the ICT expert who is here cannot give us enough report, that's fine. Let's wait for the other ICT expert to give us. But if a jury wants to give us a direction of ICT, let them do that during the submission. Because we are going to rule on this and rule on substantive issues.
Senator Eddie, that is why I guided Senator Osotsi that evidence could not be adduced from the chamber, can only be adduced by the witness, and beyond that, maybe the experts. Senator Ledama.
Madam Speaker, we've been sitting here for quite a number of hours. I'm not sure whether the defense or the county assembly understand what the amount of time they have. could you kindly stop all this intervention, allow the county assembly and the county government or the governor to finish their case. And then when the time comes for us to submit, either to support or not, or to oppose, we can then be able to try to argue our matter. I really
let me guide you, Senator Ledama. The chair is in charge. Right now, the time that is being used, it is the senators who are using their time. It is not the time for either the county assembly or the governor's time. So it's the senators who have raised the issues, and the requests are coming from your end, not from their end. Now, witness, you are stood down. We are done with the question time. So you may resume your seat, or you could exit, but you are discharged from the stand.
Thank you.
Moving on to the ICT expert who was requested by Senate to bring a report. So, clerk, you can make sure the expert is called in. Sergeant at Arms, can you get the ICT? Or the question directed to Council Katwa Kigen.
Sorry, Madam Speaker, maybe I would address the issue of the next witness, because I don't know whether the county governor has then closed his case before we go to the independent expert of the Senate.
I believe they said that was their last witness, or have you changed that, Council?
May I confirm, Madam Speaker, that that is the close of our case, the governor's case. Thank you.
So, and honorable senators, just to let you know, some of the issues you are raising, yourselves are raising those issues. So the time that is being spent is based on your requests.
Sorry. Madam Speaker, may I just take one last concern through you?
Proceed.
Madam Speaker, the person who has been brought here to answer these charges is the governor. Do I understand that we are not going to hear the governor's evidence and to test it?
Senator, Council Ongoye, I would hope you concentrate on how you manage your case, because the Council for Governor has said that is the close of their case. Once they declare that, I believe they are competent in their submission to that respect.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. So we can proceed on to the ICT expert. And honorable senators, to ease the question time, we should avoid repetitive questions, because if you repeat the questions, you'll get repeated answers. Repetitive questions, repetitive answers. Exactly. Is the witness within the precincts of Parliament? Or have they, where is he or she? Okay. Clerk, can you please administer the oath to the ICT authority experts?
English.
Are both the experts going to take to the stand?
Sorry? I'm Christian.
You hold the Bible in your right hand, you sit up,
Mhm.
then you put your left hand on the Constitution. You just read
Clerk assistant? Clerk assistant, are both experts going to take to the... They take into the floor to give evidence? Or one?
Yes.
One?
Yes.
Okay. Proceed and administer the oath.
Right hand.
Yeah, right hand. Place it. Put your left hand on the Constitution.
Okay. I, Philip Irode, do solemnly swear that the evidence that I shall give before the Senate in respect of the matters before the Senate shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
The Senate had directed the ICT authority experts to present a report to the Senate on the matters that are before the House, especially the question of the use of technology in the voting system in Kericho County. You are conversant with that request?
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to proceed and present that report, but first of all, give your full name and the position you hold at the ICT authority and present the contents of the report. You have 10 minutes to do that.
Thank you. My name is Philip Irode.
I'm a Deputy Director in charge of Information Systems Security at the ICT Authority. We received a request from the Senate through our PS, Ministry of State Department of ICT and Digital Economy, that they require the assistance of the ICT Authority to look into issues of the KERICHO County, to look into the issue of the KERICHO County Assembly voter system. Our CEO sent a response to the clerk, that was yesterday, appointing myself, Philip Irode, and my colleague, Joan Mukera, to come and address this particular request. We came in, had a brief, and given that we had not initially received a formal letter, we had to sort a letter to take it back to the office for purposes of the normal guidance as per government protocol through the accounting officer. We later came with the nominations of our two names and looked at the system. This was in the presence of both parties from the County Assembly, the Senate, and of course the Governor's Office. The system that we were looking at is a voting system, which is a web-based voting system. The system is hosted off-premise and out of country, and our initial URL search indicates that the system is published at IP address 178.162.234.23. And from the interactions, which is basically the initial assessment that you do from the interaction with the system owners, it's an in-house developed system where the local staff have developed the system. It is managed and administered by the head of ICT, who is the super administrator. We looked at the system based on the scope of the request that was articulated in the letter, and of course, being professionals within the industry, we were guided by processes which are basically information security frameworks that guide our work. This includes ICT authorities, information security standard, as well as other global information security practice standards. We looked at it, and of course, we had 5 specific questions that we were meant to answer, which we have answered, and the details which are basically as articulated in the report that we have provided before this House. Question 1 was, did an electronic voting process take place using the system? And of course, we have looked at the system based on the logs which you were able to access in the presence of both parties, and we found out, yes, an electronic voting took place using the referenced URL as presented in the report and with the logs that were provided. The second question, Madam Speaker, was, is the number of MCAs who voted on the impeachment of the governor verifiable? This was also based on the logs extracted from the voting module as well as the system events module. And the answer is yes. The number of MCAs who voted to the impeachment of the governor is verifiable. The third question was it possible for any MCA or any other person who had a link to vote on the motion on behalf of an MCA or another MCA? The answer that we provided is no. You cannot vote for any other person or an MCA with the link provided alone. You need to have both the username, which in this case was the IPPD, and the password, which was the ID number. Question number 4 was, how many MCAs voted in the affirmative on the motion to impeach the governor? The number of MCAs who voted on the motion was 33, as was extracted from the voting module logs. Question number 5, which is the last question under our scope of review, was, is there any evidence of multiple voting or other compromise of the voting system or any impropriety in the voting system or process? Our response to this question was from the evidence provided and the access logs collected from the voting system logs and the admin and system events log module, there is no evidence of multiple voting, neither is there evidence of other compromise of the voting system and or any impurity in the voting system and the process. Madam Speaker, that were our findings. Thank you.
As an expert witness, you have been oathed to give evidence and present that report. So you will be subjected to some cross-examination on the report, both by the county assembly and by the governance team. And then we'll proceed on to have questions and clarifications from the senators. So I will now allow the county assembly team and then the governance team. Each will have 10 minutes maximum.
Thank you. Can you tell me this? Sir, I have very few questions for you. This exercise was conducted within the precincts of this parliament. True or not true?
It's true.
Were you notified of the people who were present at the time of undertaking this exercise?
Yes, we were.
You did this exercise in the presence of the people representing the governor's team, the people representing the county assembly, and the administrative staff of the Senate. Is that the correct representation?
Yes, it is.
I have three substantive concerns regarding the report, then I sit down. Is there any single log that you came across, any log in credential that you encountered from the logs that voted more than once?
Your question, the answer to the question is no.
Is there any credential that logged in and voted after the 15th of August, 2025?
No.
Let me confirm that. No, there is an officer of court, an advocate, who told this Senate that he actually logged into this system and managed to vote after the 21st. Did you come across that log in the system?
No, we didn't come across such a log in the system because the voting had already been closed.
Did you see the logs used by the admin of the system to log and undertake any activities in the system?
Yes, the logs are clearly marked when an admin logs in and when a specific user created into the system logs in.
Did the admin logs themselves cast any vote?
No.
That is all for this witness.
Proceed.
Madam Speaker and the Honorable Senators, I'll share the 10 minutes with the Senior Counsel Katwa and Wanyama. I'll only ask two questions. Mr. Philip, from the logs that you extracted, did you extract any source IP addresses?
Yeah, we have IP addresses within our logs.
Source IP addresses, the MAC addresses. Did you get any MAC addresses from the system?
Which one are you referring to? You've mentioned MAC address and IP address. Which
source one? IP addresses, which is the same as MAC addresses.
Your Honor, those are two different addresses.
So you can differentiate the two, kindly?
Yes. So MAC address is ideally in a layman's language, like your fingerprint. It is absolutely unique.
Unique. Did you get those unique identifiers from the system?
Allow me to answer the question.
No, I'm asking you a question. Did you get those unique identifiers from the system?
The IP addresses,
Counsel,
yes.
Allow him to answer.
Okay. I need specific answer, yes or no, on the issue of source IP address. Did you
Counsel, let him answer so
Okay.
that you can benefit from that answer.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have IP addresses within our log systems.
The source IP address, did you get them?
Yes.
Did you identify the IP addresses to a certain gadget?
Your Honor, based on system configuration, logs are part of system development, and ideally, most system development prescribe the IP addresses, because ideally with an IP addresses, you have the ability to geolocate where that particular device is.
Now,
a MAC address will not give
thank
you
for your
a
answer.
geolocation.
Thank you for your answer. So, from your answer, it indicates that you could not tell which location this IP address was from.
It's the opposite. From our answer, we could be able to say where the IP address is from, because
Have you indicated that in your report?
Yes.
That it came from where?
We have indicated the IP addresses of the various voters who logged into the system.
Can you identify those IP addresses to a certain gadget, say that this IP address, 41 something, was for Honorable, let's say Anita? Can you say that?
Your Honor, that is not possible with the system configuration as it is.
So, from the system that you are working on, you cannot tell who voted for who?
You can tell based on the user ID, which is a unique user ID, and the IP address of the user.
This is not a personal question. You'll remember that we worked together yesterday as you worked on this report, and this is not personal. You became my friend yesterday, and you will confirm to this Senate that we began working on this report at 4:30, you disappeared until 4:30. Is that true? So from the committee, you will confirm that you left the committee room at 2:30 and came back at 4:30. Is that true?
Your Honor, that could not be true, and as I have indicated, we were called here urgently. We came without formal release letters. When we came, we were, invited into the chamber. We were briefed on what the assignment entailed.
No, I'm talking about when we start. We sat.
Counsel, allow the witness to answer, please. You asked a question. He's responding to that question. Proceed, witness.
Thank you. Yeah, so after we were briefed by the clerk's office, as our protocol dictates, we have to seek concurrence from our counting officer. I explained to the clerk's office that we need to get an authority to embark on an exercise. This is when I was ushered into the clerk's office. A letter was done while I waited, and I walked with that letter to our CEO's office, advising him that this is the sort of engagement that we have been called to conduct, and I therefore need to be officially released.
Did you require 2 hours?
Well, it wasn't 2 hours, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Witness, expert witness, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions in a few minutes. Just to follow up on a question which my colleague asked you. Who called you yesterday and you left the Senate-sanctioned audit for more than 2 hours? An activity that was time-bound. Who called you to go to that event?
My CEO, Your Honor.
Your CEO?
Yes.
Thank you. What did the CEO tell you when he called you to leave a Senate-sanctioned event?
Well, As I have explained, it is a practice that as a public officer, who you have to get approval or express permission.
Did you require approval when the Speaker has already issued a directive and you are in the presence of the House, the House of Senate? You leave the Senate to go. Did you require approval to leave the Senate, to go back to your CEO?
I think I was given a letter requesting us for the services which I had to deliver to our office for approval and clearance.
Did you become hostile to the team by the governor, the governor's team, when you came back? Did you become hostile to the team by the governor when you came back?
I'm not a hostile person.
You are not a hostile person?
No.
You asked a specific question yesterday, which he has asked you, and you need to tell the Senate. This question is in the mouth and minds of all senators today. MCS accessed this system using a gadget. Is that correct?
I wouldn't know how.
From your observation, MCS accessed this system using a gadget, whether it's a phone or a laptop or a computer. Is that correct?
Ideally, based on the nature of the system, yes, it's a web-based system. Yes.
And when you access the system, then you need to leave a fingerprint in that system so that anyone else can tell that indeed you left. You are the one who voted. And that is the primary question before this Senate. So the question is, did you find in the system what is known as the MAC addresses for the computers, mobile phones, laptops, etc., which were used to access this system? Did you find?
So allow me to answer that question in a more layman's language for the benefit of the Senate. What happens when you are accessing a system? There is the public-facing IP, and there is the internal IP. I'll give you an example. If we have all access to our Wi-Fi in this building, that Wi-Fi will have one external-facing IP.
Yes.
That IP is the one that channels our traffic to the specific requests that we make onto the internet. By the nature of this system, it has been set up such that it can be able to pick the IP as the unique resource locator for the service. And that is part of the logs that we've been able to collect.
Because of my time, and I appreciate, the IP addresses that you have given to this House are already in the House. The senators have looked at these IP addresses, and some are they have been recorded 9 times. They have interrogated that issue. What they are asking now, at this level, is that MAC address. They want to know, did this MCA vote? Did this MCA A, B, C, D vote? And which gadget did he use? That is the primary question. So does your report contain MAC address, the logs for the MAC addresses? That is the question before the House.
It's a right question.
It is a yes or no answer. Is it there so that I can show the senators that our case has collapsed because the MAC addresses are now in your report, the unique identifiers for the telephone numbers of these MCS. It's now available, produced by the expert, and our case has collapsed. Show me in your report where these MAC addresses are.
I have clearly responded to that question. And the answer is,
the answer is show me in your report.
Yes
or no answer. Counsel, let him answer. Counsel, allow the witness to answer. Witness, do you have the IP addresses in your report?
I have IP addresses in my report, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, the question is the MAC addresses. The IP address, Madam Speaker, I request for 2 more minutes. I'm now on a delicate issue. The MAC addresses.
Granted the 2 minutes. Respond to the question of the MAC addresses.
MAC addresses are not part of external facing details that are captured within this particular system. The system captures IP addresses. IP addresses can still be linked to a MAC address.
Okay.
Allow me to finish,
okay,
kindly.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. You have your own safe in your house, which is located in a certain location. We cannot expose yourself to the outside world, but we will expose your gate number to the world. Ideally, a MAC address is unique to that house, and the house number is public information.
That begs two questions, Mr. Expert Witness, Madam Speaker, as I wind up. Two important questions. These MAC addresses, what kind of audit did you do? Did you do a basic compliance audit? Did you do a network security audit? Or did you do a device compliance audit? Because each one has different levels. And maybe as you answer that question, there's a senator who asked here, did you penetrate this system into the NIT so that you extract the required information to complete this report?
So, Your Honor, you cannot be able to do an entire audit within a day. Our letter was very clear. We target our exercise in answering the 5 questions, and we targeted our efforts towards what activities will give us the response or the answers to the clerk's questions as directed to our CEO.
Did you do a search on all these IP addresses to tell the senators that these IP addresses are not located in Nyahururu, Bomet, Nairobi, or Embu? Did you do a search address in your audit?
Your Honor, we did what the question, the letter requested us to do, which was to conduct an assessment that will respond to the questions that had been answered.
Last question, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, last question. The senators in this House, there's a live question which they want an answer from you. The evidence was given that a computer was used at the county assembly to vote for 3 MCS. 3 MCS, a computer was used. The simple question is, did you go to Kericho County, or was this computer given to you for you to ascertain the IP address or MAC address in that computer to give to these honorable senators to clear any doubt in their mind on the verifiability, authenticity, and security of this system? That is my last question.
Yeah, so based on the audit logs that we collected, as we have responded, the system has adequate logs providing verifiability, which is ideally the number of...
The question, did you visit Kericho? Were you given the computer? It's a simple issue.
So the system is a web-based system.
Yes.
For a web-based system, you do not need to physically visit a location. It's available on the URL, unique resource locator, as we have provided.
So what is the
report.
IP address for this laptop which was given in, which the MCS said they used? Can you tell the senators with a substantial measure of assurance, no doubt at all, that I, as the expert, this is the IP address of this computer, this is the MAC address of this computer, so that we clear doubt? Thank you.
I don't think that was part of my request for this
Thank you,
letter.
Madam Speaker. I'm sorry, my time is up.
The question is now actually answered. It's told you. Senator Sifuna.
You know, Speaker, I'm a bit confused by the line of questioning that has been taken by counsel for the governor, because your directive was that all these parties be present during that exercise. Now, when I look at the report, there's a part for people who were present to indicate they were present. Mr. Evanson Kirui, counsel for governor, did not sign. The question to you, witness, was he there? This gentleman called Weldon Kipiegon Lagat, was he there? And then, to the counsel for the governor, these things you are asking, did you ask him to do it there, when you are there? And what did he do? And then why would you refuse to sign that you are present? Those are the questions I want to address.
Senator Sifuna, before those questions are tackled, you could resume your seat. Let's take a direction on how the senators you now engage with that report and that witness. Then those questions will be tackled in that session, because that's not an intervention on procedure. It's actual contents and questions to the witness. So, honorable senators, we have about 15 senators who would like to ask questions, and we must limit the time within which this gets done. So we'll have to agree that every senator should either ask just one question if we have to cover all, and if we ask 2 questions, then we'll have less of senators requesting for that intervention. So we do 1 question per senator. Is that agreeable? We need a consensus. Okay. So 1 question. So you have asked yours already, so I'm not giving you another chance. He will respond. I'm sure he's already gotten the gist of the questions. Senator Chute Mohammed. You take about 5 questions, and then you respond, and we go to the next segment of questions.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. A witness from the MCA.
Your time is 1 minute, and the clerk, you'll be strict with your time.
10 seconds is gone. Sorry? My question goes to the expert. There was an MCA who gave an evidence that 9 persons, or MCAs, voted from a particular station. That station is, the number is 41-139-237-129. Did you, in your report, do we have that report that shows that 9 MCAs voted from 1 logging station? Thank you.
Senator Sotsi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I have to declare that the witness is my student in my other life, and he's competent enough. But I just want to ask 1 question. Philip, you look at me in the eye. Are you the one who did this report? I just want that answer, yes or no. Because from my teaching, this report would be done, have been done better than this, Madam Speaker.
Senator Danson Munkatana, is he there? No. Senator Eddie Okech.
I know this question might have come from the council side, but I'm going to ask it for my own consumption. Did everybody vote on the day of the voting or otherwise, in your best knowledge? And if that happened, then was there people who abstained in the system, or people who voted otherwise no, or everybody who voted yes in the system that you audited?
Senator John Nyoto, that's the last one, then we have answers.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The matter before us and why the ICT expert had to come is because the governor's side has argued that there are some MCAs who voted for others. And so it's very important, Madam Speaker, for the ICT expert to tell us this MAC address is very important, because IP address, as he has explained to us, was the ID number. And if somebody wants, for example, to know my ID number here, they will know it, so they can vote for me. If the only leeway to get into the system is my ID number, it is known, it's in the office. So this MAC address was going to be very important. And Madam Speaker, the ICT expert should tell us about the address where the gadgets that voted were.
Time up. Witness, please respond to those questions first before we take the next segment of questions.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll go by the order in which they were presented. The first question was if the opposing side had their team members present. That is in affirmative. Yes, they were present. The second question was, there's an MCA who alleges that 9 persons voted for a particular, 9 persons voted, repetitively using IP 41 something.
You had more questions from Senator Sifuna. There were both 3.
Well, I captured the aspect of the team's availability. Yes, they were available, and they opted not to sign the report. And when we were